Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is time for another episode of Party Chat. Hope you're all doing well tonight. And we got some fun topics for tonight. So let's go ahead and say hi to. We're still waiting on one of our guests, so we'll bring him in as soon as he gets here. But we got one of my usual co-hosts. We got Ryan here tonight. What's up?
Wait, what happened?
Ryan? How's it going?
I had to do it. I'm sorry. He's like, why do I?
I saw it right as I clicked. I'm like, it's too late to unclick it.
I was like, what? I was like, I have to do it. I'm doing good, man. I just got done doing Top Gun Tuesday. I played the same mission over and over and over and over and over and over again for an hour and 45 minutes. And Knightmare, one of our guests, was watching in the chat, and he probably was like, why am I watching this? So it's been good. It's a lot of fun. I got a new controller. So I mean, I updated
what controller is that one? Is that that red Xbox one? I think I saw you post.
Yes.
Nice. Yes, I did see you post that. That's a good looking controller.
Yeah, it kind of plays to my military background because it's camo, but it's red, black, and kind of gray, which plays to my wrestling background because you know, I was my character's name is Legion, so he's kind of like demonic or whatever. So my colors were red, black, and gray.
So. Nice. Well, red and black are my favorite colors, so I approve. So, but yes, my other regular co-host is on vacation, so I asked my good buddy Knightmare if he wanted to fill in. So we got Knightmare joining us on the panel tonight. How's it going, Knightmare?
Hey, not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Outstanding.
Good to have you back. And let's see here.
There's
I
not
just had
enough
dinner
room
before the stream. I had grilled chicken, rice, and like a pound of vegetables. Somehow I'm already hungry again.
Because you had grilled chicken, rice, and a pound of vegetables.
I was told that the vegetables would keep me full, but apparently eating healthy does not keep you full.
No, it's like Chinese food. It's like the healthy version of Chinese food.
It was literally Japanese food.
I love Japanese food.
Oh, dude, I love sushi. It's so good.
One of my favorite meals is teriyaki chicken and rice, and some shrimp tempura. That I have a place downtown here that. It's like my favorite restaurant ever. Everything is so good.
You live in the Cali though, so you definitely probably have more menu options to eat from than we do where I live in Colorado.
I would assume so. Yes, that's probably a fair assumption.
I live in the Midwest, so my options are pretty much fast food.
That's the majority of our options down here.
So I was just looking through the schedule, and I was like, it felt like you were on Party Chat not that long ago, but that was already all the way back at the beginning of April. So it has been a lot longer than I thought. But it's just
wait, Knightmare, really?
Yeah, I was on Party Chat on April 1st. But it's because Knightmare and I are working on something, so we talk multiple times a week, so it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Are you guys getting married?
No, we're working on launching a business. So
is Knightmare's dress going to be black? I know you guys are working on launching a business. I remember you talking about that. I think last time, actually, to be honest, behind the scenes.
We're not really. We're keeping it all very low key until we've got all the like the legality stuff taken care of and our patents and copyrights and stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. And once we actually have something to show for it, but we're very excited and we can't wait to put it out there for the world to take in and start using, because it's going to be awesome. So. So we have one other guest who has not been on Party Chat before. He was on Open Mic not that long ago, but he's running a little bit late, but he will join in as soon as he is available, and that is Rinzler. We had a great chat on Open Mic. Let's see, when was that? That was much more recently. That was July 24th. So it's been a little over a month. So that hasn't been that long, but we'll welcome him into Party Chat as soon as he gets here. So in order to stall for time while we wait for him, let's go around, and the usual how we start off the stream is talking about what we've been playing lately. So Ryan, I know you've been playing Top Gun, or not Top Gun, but Ace Combat 6 for Top Gun Tuesday. Have you been playing anything else?
No.
No.
Oh no, I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh, that's right. You've been playing with,
so Holly and I were playing this last Friday. Her internet took a dive because she's overseas. Oh boy, the way I'm gonna be made fun of because that's a terrible British accent. Well, it's not even British. She's not British. She's Irish. Scottish. Oh, she's you know what? She's my friend, and she's gonna be like, "You're an idiot." So anyway, long story short, her internet died because she has that lovely UK internet, which is ass. And so I was like, all right, well, we at least played a round of zombies, and I started playing the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I ended up getting a phone call. Unfortunately, I had to call my mom. Because she doesn't watch my YouTube pretty much at all. She has like in the past like the history ones because I guess those interest her. But I haven't done the history one in a long time. But the gaming one, she's like, I don't care. So anyway, so yeah, I think I played like 45, 50 minutes, and but yeah. Other than that, I'm very much enjoying Ace Combat 7. Other than playing the
7. I thought it was 6. That's because the only one I've played is Ace Combat 6. So sorry, Ace Combat 7.
So Ace Combat 7 has the Top Gun package from Maverick. And that's why you can actually, I'm flying the F-14A Tomcat from the Top Gun Maverick. It has a few modifications, got some black striping and stuff like that. Makes it look better. But no, it's a lot of fun. I mean, there are times I want to pull my face off, like by the end of that, because again, apparently I'm the only one who can shoot on all the other airplanes that are in the game that are my allies. Oh, also the ground forces suck too, so that's great. I'm like, awesome.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that gives me an idea for a party chat topic because pretty much every game, your AI controlled squad mates are trash. So maybe we should talk. I'm going to write this down for AI squad mates that weren't trash, if there even are any.
I mean, you can ask Knightmare just in a 5-second synopsis how it went. Did I look like I was really terrible? I think I made like one awful mistake, and I was like, oh, I can actually swoop down and get these tanks, target them, and then hit them with the guns. And then because I think there was like so much commotion in one general area, the game actually glitched and not the computer, because there was a lot of fire and smoke, and then all of a sudden there's like a concrete cinder block that I flew into. I was like, but it was a gate. So I thought the gate didn't have like a concrete cinder block on it, and it did. And like all of a sudden I was like, oop, it was dead. Anyway, how's it going, Knightmare? How you doing?
Well, I think my character model just died.
Oh,
somehow.
I didn't notice, but yeah, it's frozen. It's not moving. So,
Yeah.
If you want to work on that for a few minutes, our guest just joined backstage, so we'll welcome him to the fold. What's up, Rinzler? How's it going?
What's up, man?
Are you not there
Good to
either?
see you guys.
There he is.
Am I here?
Good to
What's
have
up?
you.
Man?
Welcome to Party Chat.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, man. Glad to be here.
So glad you could make it. So before we get into our topics on Party Chat, the first thing we do is go around and talk about what we've been playing lately. So Ryan just started us off, and he's been playing Ace Combat 7. Got it right this time on his Top Gun Tuesdays. Nice. What about you, Rinzler? What have you been playing lately, or have you had any time to game?
Not too much this week, but I was playing Ace Combat 7 not too long ago, replaying through that.
What?
I love it, man. Nice. Yeah. That's such a good game.
Did you beat it?
I beat it originally, yeah. I'm trying to replay because I can't remember a lot of the ending. I remember it's a lot of fun. As I'm playing it, there's a lot of things coming back, but
okay, this is the first time I've played it. How far into it the last time you played it have you made it?
So I'm at this part where you're kind of going around destroying a fleet. I think it's like mission 6 or 7, I want to say. And you have like a couple of what are they called? Like platforms you have to destroy, and then you have a fleet out in the ocean. Dude, I don't know why I die so much on this mission.
So it's like Pearl Harbor in Alaska, right?
What are the odds? That's the mission that he was playing just before this stream.
No way.
No. It was the one. It was one last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
still, very close.
Do you remember the Dust Storm mission? Do you know how many times I played that damn thing? 30 times. I swear to Jesus, that one is so hard.
Trying to track down the enemies as they blip in and out of the freaking radar, dude, is insane. Yep. And you're just trying to race to them before the clock runs out. Yeah.
It's awful. So I just made it to the next mission after the fleet one. So like Pearl Harbor in Alaska. I'm actually doing the railgun one. They're like going, the railgun's at 80%, and they're like, should we fire? And I'm like, just fucking fire. And I'm like because it comes from the ground, then it comes from the fighter jets, then there's bombers, and then there's A-10 Warthogs, then there's MiGs again, then there's bombers, and then there's tanks on the ground. And I'm like, and I'm the only one who can apparently shoot at all. Your teammates are worthless.
Yeah, those missions are a challenge
in that game.
So
They really are. So at least I know. I'd like to.
you're not alone.
I'm not alone. I'm not the retard on the platform. Also, at the same time, Nightmare. I know you reset your avatar. I'm a little disappointed because I was kind of looking forward to retarded Batman who's like.
So yeah, so Ace Combat 6 is the only one I played, and I played that back in 2008. So it's been a while since I played that one. But I did enjoy it. It's just been a long time since I played it. But I love jets.
Yeah.
The last fighter sim I played was, although I wouldn't really call it a sim, but it's in that same genre, is the Tom Clancy's Hawks. Actually, because I had beaten the story a long time ago, but I hadn't done the multiplayer achievement. So me and a buddy grinded out the rest of the multiplayer achievements last year, so I could get the completion in that game after like 13 years. It was a long one, but that's a fun one as well. A little more arcadey than Ace Combat. I think Ace Combat is a little closer to the sim end, but they're still kind of like in the middle between like super simulation and like super arcade.
Yeah,
I'd say they're both kind of very, very similar.
I think that's why I kind of like it, because when you're right before I call it the frigate mission or whatever, we'll just call it Pearl Harbor Light. You have to actually try to dock at a refueler, and you have to you can skip it if you want, but I did it every time to try to like line it up, because I do want to actually be a pilot. I'm actually trying to get into this flight school here in November, so
that's cool.
Oh, good luck, man.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. One day I may be flying a plane you're in. Oh no. Neil's like, he's like, I know that guy. I'm not getting off.
I want to be a pilot at some point too. Maybe someday. That'd be cool. So
till then we have Ace Combat.
Yes.
Yes.
It's arcadey enough to be fun.
Yes, exactly. So Nightmare looks like it's moving around, so I think you got it fixed. Yep, perfect.
Yep, more or less.
What about you? What have you been playing lately?
So I have been playing Tales of Arise, and if you guys are in the mood for something a little spicy, I showed some mods I made on stream the other day.
Oh, I caught bits and pieces of that.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll show them to you. So have a look here.
Yes, I did see that one.
Yeah. So I made the main character basically look kind of like Batman, but with full black armor, and then
because Tales of Arise is JRPG, right?
Yeah, it's an action RPG though. So
action RPG, okay.
Yeah, which is why I actually like it. Yeah, yeah, it's worth playing. It's fun.
What is it on? Is it Switch?
Not sure if it's Switch, but I know
you do modding, so it's on PC.
Yeah, everything's on PC. Yep. And so
not everything.
Everything I play is on PC.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, I made this. Let's see, I made some spicier mods. So I added longer hair for the Rinwell, which is one of the girls. My favorite girl, I gave her mod for loose hair here.
That's right. I did see that stream.
And of course, I made a lot of spicier mods, which this is one of the safer ones. So, enjoy.
Nice. So, Tales of Arise. I know a lot of those games are like super long. Is it one of those super long, like 80, 100-hour stories, or is it more on the?
It's fairly long. It's not nearly the longest. Plus, there's a lot of like side stuff you can do too. So,
okay. Tales of Arise, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll have to look that up sometime.
Melee K loves this game, by the way. So,
that's not sarcasm, right?
It's sarcasm. She hates it.
Oh, she does hate that one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not exactly sure when you're talking about it, if you're being serious or sarcastic. So, all right. Hey, I see Jay Bongo's in chat. What's up? He was on open mic not too long ago. We had a great discussion and asked, has anyone played Top Gun on the NES? I played it like once at a friend's house. I think we talked about that on Party Chat before, because Ryan's always
I played it.
Ace Combat. That game is incredibly difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I could beat the first mission every single time, not a problem. Landing the damn airplane on the aircraft carrier.
That's part of the reason why that game is so incredibly difficult.
Yeah, landing on the aircraft carrier is awful. I'd probably rather scrape my face over cheese. I probably couldn't even do it now, to be quite frank. I can land on the aircraft carrier and land on the runway and ace combat, but that game was so hard. I don't know what it was because it I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
It's
I remember.
considered one of the most difficult games of all time because of the landing carrier, the aircraft carrier landing.
Yeah, I played it once or twice, so I remember that being difficult, but I don't remember, like, that's the only part I do remember is crashing on the landing on the carrier. So, ooh, got some cool explosions there.
That was.
Yeah.
That's supposed to happen every time I switch screens, but I messed something up.
I feel like there's not enough room for 2 blue people. I might have to change to red.
Blue people.
Oh, he's going Sid.
He's going Sid.
So, well, as for myself, I've been playing a few things. I finished up about a week ago. I finished up Monster Sanctuary because that was the Metroidvania of the month in my Metroidvania contest. So I've been trying to complete that every month. Although this month Metroidvania is Eldoran, and I have like zero desire to play it. So I was like, I'm going to play something else. But finished up Monster Sanctuary. I've also been playing more of Exophobia, which only like 60 people on Xbox have played, and probably similar on Steam. And I've put many, many hours into it. I'm probably one of the most foremost experts on the game besides the developer. So, and it's got a couple glitched achievements, and that's why I've been spending a lot of time on it, because I'm trying to see if I can get the achievements, even though they're glitched. And so far, I'm unsuccessful. So I'm waiting for a patch to come out to fix the achievement so I can hopefully be the first one to complete it. Let's see here. So my buddy was like, "Hey, let's start Space Marine 2 this last weekend," and I hadn't finished Space Marine 1 yet, so I was about like halfway through the game, maybe about 60% of the way through the game. So I was like, "All right, let me see if I can get it done before this weekend," and so I did, and then we ended up not starting Space Marine 2 yet. So I finished off Space Marine 1, the story. I still got a lot to do on the achievements because there's a lot to do in that game, so it's going to take a while. But I did beat the story in that one. And so I'm going to be on Nerdtorial's channel in a couple weeks, and he wants to talk to me about a Metroidvania. So he convinced me to start playing it. So I started Time Spinner the other night, and then just earlier today, my co-host on Top 5, Jason, and I, we started. We're going to be starting a regular Tuesday afternoon stream, and we're going to be going through the Borderlands game. So we started Borderlands 1. So been playing quite a bunch of different stuff. So, Rinzler, sound like you started to say something?
Sounded like there was an echo on his end, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and get into the topics for tonight. So, as usual, I like to offer the guests, or in this case, guests, plural, the option to suggest a topic. So, since Rinzler's not been on before, he's a first-time guest, we're going to start off with his topic. And he gave me a couple options. The first one was a good topic. That would be more for like an open mic topic. The second one he suggested, I'm like, that's perfect for party chat. So his topic for tonight is, what are 2 franchises you would like to see get mashed together into, a game, or, something where you put 2 franchises together, some sort of crossover. So that was Rinzler's topic. So since that was your topic, we'll go ahead and let you kick it off with what is your answer to your topic. Uh-oh, did we lose you? Hello?
I think he's having issues with
Yep, there he goes. Well, alrighty then. Hopefully he'll be back here in just a moment. But we'll shift over to Knightmare. Do you have an answer for this one?
So I do, but I'm prepping my screen so I can show you stuff. So come back to me if that's all right.
No worries. Yeah, Rinzler will be back in just a moment. So we're having some technical difficulties. So, all right. Well, I'll go ahead and go first because the absolute first thing that popped into my head, I know I've mentioned this on Party Chat before. I don't know if it was just something that came up coincidentally or there was a similar topic, but I got to bring it up again because if this game ever comes out, it'll probably be one of my favorite games ever. So, as most people know, Metroid is my second favorite franchise of all time, right behind Mass Effect. And I don't know exactly where it ranks, but I am a huge fan of Mega Man as well. And combining the two into a Mega Man Metroidvania would be phenomenal, because Mega Man is so perfectly suited for being a Metroidvania because he absorbs the abilities of the enemies he defeats. And there is someone who is currently working on a fan-made game, and he's been working on it for probably close to 15 years now. And I don't know what his name is, but he does have a YouTube channel called JKB Games. And I just went and pulled it up just a couple hours ago just to check and see if there's been any update. And I came across a Reddit post, but it was from someone else. So, but this person was saying that it's soon-ish, but we'll believe it when we see it, because, like I said, he's been working on this for like around 15 years. And that is called Mega Man X Corrupted. And I recently found out on one of my streams, because someone in chat told me that part of the reason why it's been taking so long is because a couple years ago, like his hard drive or computer crashed or something, he lost everything and had to start over from scratch, which really sucks. But so, as you know, I'm a big fan of Mega Man, and Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite Mega Man games. And what Mega Man X Corrupted is it looks like a clone of Mega Man X 1, 2, or 3. You literally would not be able to tell that this game was not by Capcom and was not a Super Nintendo game. But instead of it being a linear game, it's basically has like a Super Metroid map where you go around the map and you use your different abilities to reach new areas and stuff. And it looks phenomenal. So I would be happy to have, that fan game come out, and I'm sure I'm absolutely going to love it. But I would also love to see something along those lines, from a first-party studio as well. And yes, as Jay Bongo mentions, the Mega Man ZX games move towards a Metroidvania feel, but the map system sucks. We talked about that on Open Mic. Basically the last two, well, the most recent Mega Man game was Mega Man 11, but prior to that, I think the most recent Mega Man games were Mega Man Mega Man ZX and Mega Man ZX Advent, which I think were DS games. And it looks and plays like the Mega Man Zero games. I think it's built in like the same engine, but it does have a Metroidvania style map. Although I don't remember if you actually need abilities to reach certain areas, but the map system in that game is so terrible. I never finished either of them. So I will go back and finish them at some point, but you would think that would be like my favorite game ever for a Mega Man game that is also a Metroidvania, but the way they implemented it was just so bad that it's not a bad game. It's just the map system is terrible. So I don't recommend it as like a great example of a Mega Man mixed with a Metroid game. The prime shining example of that is Mega Man X Corrupted, if it ever comes out. So I hope one day we'll see it, because I absolutely love that game. And I've watched a bunch of the videos on JKB Games' channel, and they are great. And every time I watch him, it's like, I basically don't go back and watch him because it makes me sad that the game doesn't exist yet. And I'm sure it will come out eventually, but who knows when. So, and it looks like hopefully Rinzler got his tech issues resolved, popped right back in at the perfect timing. So we'll see. Are you there?
I'm here, man. Sorry about that.
Okay, we can hear you now. Excellent.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So now that you're back, what is a franchise matchup that you would love to see?
Well, before I got cut off, I literally immediately said Mega Man and Armored Core. I think that'd be a pretty cool mashup.
Mega Man and Armored Core. I've never played any Armored Core games, but they do look cool. So what would that look like?
So you have Mega Man, right? And he's going around fighting Reploids or corrupted, robots infected by a virus. Armored Core, I just like the kind of dystopian dark aesthetic to it. It's just there's no real happiness, it doesn't usually end like in a happy ending. I think just the aesthetic from both franchises would mesh well. Mega Man, being more abilities, you'd fight mechs, and just like you do in Armored Core, you get their weapons right. But I just think it'd be a really cool kind of Mega Man going into it. It was either that or Breath of the Wild, like Zelda and No Man's Sky was my other idea. But anyways, I really like Mega Man and Armored Core. I think just both aesthetics
Very
as well.
unique pick Zelda No Man's Sky.
I'm a big fan of Zelda, but I haven't played the most recent ones. You know, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I will eventually, but it's not really high on my priority list because everything I've seen about it is not really like jumping out at me like, oh, you got to play this now. Like I like the older style before they kind of made it this giant open world game. So I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Right.
But the Mega Man Armored Core, what I'm envisioning is kind of like a better looking Mega Man Legends, but with movement like Armored Core. Is that kind of what you were thinking as well?
Yeah.
You're basically
just
like
like you
Mega
have
Man, you got,
like
thrusters,
so many.
you can like move really fast.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Just like you have the dash in
Just
Mega Man, but Armored Core takes that to a whole nother level.
That would be cool. I would totally be down for that. But you know, basically love everything Mega Man. So you're speaking my language, even though I haven't played Armored Core, but I want to because it looks cool and I like mech stuff.
I'm just gonna say this: that Ace Combat 7 is so awesome, and what I do on stream is so incredible. It has encompassed everybody. Well, almost everybody. Nightmare. You gonna play it? You should play it. Why don't you play it? Play an Ace Combat game.
Tell you what, if they ever had the Arkham Batwing, I will give it a shot.
No, that would be dope.
That would actually be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty sweet.
That
I
that
thought
would
you were
be
going to
dope,
say
dude.
like it's in burying itself in everyone's mind because I slipped up and said Ace Combat. It's because Ace Combat and Armored Core have the same letters.
That is very true.
Yes, as does Assassin's Creed and Animal Crossing. But usually when I would say generally when someone says AC as a game, they're usually talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
That would be a crossover.
Which one?
Animal
Crossing and Assassin's
and
Creed?
Assassin's Creed.
The little cute animals going around assassinating each other.
No, the other way around. Be like going. You have to kill them. Like, I don't want to do it. It's like they're furry little animals. Yes, but they're bad and they'll kill you. And then all of a sudden you like jump in the air and like there's like it's a furry little gorilla and it's like shink, and you just shank him in the neck and it's like, oh.
PETA would not approve.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Speaking of that, I saw a game someone mentioned yesterday called Escape from Duckov. Like it's Escape from Tarkov, but it's like this cutesy, like you play as like these animals. I don't believe it's out yet, but you play as cutesy animals instead of like people, and you're going around like shooting each other and stuff and like trying to escape. It looks pretty interesting. So Nerd Takes is in chat. What's up, Nerd Takes? So cool. Yes, I definitely like the Ace. I almost did it again. Ace Combat Armored Core Mega Man mashup. That would be fun. So. What about you, Nightmare? What's the franchise you'd like to mash together?
All right, so I gave this one some thought, and I had a few ideas. The one I was originally going to say was Arkham and Sherlock Holmes, but then I realized that would basically just be tacking the Sherlock Holmes detective investigation stuff as a side mission or side activity in the Arkham game, and that's not terribly exciting. So I went with one that I've actually mentioned a few times.
Okay.
But Dishonored and Star Wars. I just went with Knights of the Old Republic because that's just like a Star Wars game.
I think you have mentioned that before.
Yeah. So my thought is, and I will show you some gameplay here, just so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Nightmare is a big fan of the Dishonored franchise, although he's only played 1 and 2. He has not played the third one.
No, because I don't want to play as a strong.
But the second one is easily the best.
Yes, the second one is better, but the first one has, I think, a cooler atmosphere a lot of the time.
Okay. I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, it's not really a third one. It's kind of a spin-off of the second one. Death of the Outsider.
Yeah, it's called Death of the Outsider.
Yeah. It's more of a standalone expansion.
Yeah, it's basically a standalone expansion. I think it was originally planned as a DLC, and they spun it off into its own game.
Yeah, something like that. So the idea would basically be you play, it's a Dishonored style of gameplay. You play as some kind of assassin, maybe a Kyle Katarn or something, but it would be like a force sensitive assassin, so he has like a lightsaber, but he also has a blaster pistol, one has the saber, one has the pistol, that kind of thing. And you go around doing assassinations and stuff in Star Wars. So I think that would be pretty sick.
So Kyle Katarn was a mercenary and then became a Jedi, so he probably wouldn't be a good character for it, but I don't know if there's an existing character that would fit that.
No, because you got like Boba Fett and Django Fett. I always mix them up.
Well,
I forget which one's the dad and which one's the son, but they're
Django's
not
the dad,
force sensitive.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
force sensitive, and they're also just bounty hunters. Although most people like have this concept that bounty hunters are bad. It's like not necessarily. But
maybe. And then
there may
you
be
also
an existing
have,
character, but you could definitely create a new character because you
Yeah,
want it. I'm assuming you
the
would want the
closest
ability to
might
go light side or
be-
dark side.
Yeah. So the closest might be the character from my favorite Star Wars game, Starkiller, Force Unleashed 2, because he basically, as the Secret Apprentice, he acts as he acts as an assassin for Vader for like the first half of the game, the first game, and you choose light side or dark side.
Sneaking is not really his style.
No, he's just like he just goes in and.
But like
Makes a mess.
character wise, he would make like that would actually be a great character to pick because you can't go light or dark side, even though light side is the canon.
Yeah, so like a similar plot concept, I think, would work. But with Dishonored's gameplay, so you play as a stealthy assassin in the Star Wars universe. And I think, unfortunately, Star Wars has gone down the toilet. But, Star Wars is just such a... I actually think the universe of Star Wars is more interesting than the movies because there's so many interesting stories you can tell within that universe.
Absolutely.
So, had Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, those people, had they not thrown away the wonderful extended universe,
expanded universe,
right? Had they not thrown that away, you could have added something like this. Could add a Dishonored Star Wars, and I mean, just think how fun that would be too.
That would be awesome. I would absolutely play that. Because
like even the powers you just saw here, the Outsiders. I forget if there's a name for the powers exactly, but the powers given to you by the Outsiders mark.
Yeah,
they map in a lot of ways similarly to Force powers.
Yes, they do. So Jay Bongo says he didn't like Starkiller being part of the canon until the Disney trilogy because everything looks.
I got really mad. I got really mad at the Disney trilogy for decanonizing Starkiller.
Yeah, well, they can make their own continuity, but it's still not real Star Wars.
Okay, I actually did look it up. That's what I was looking for. So there actually is in Star Wars. This would actually be right up your alley. On the Star Wars: The Old Republic, there actually is a Sith assassin. It is actually a Force sensitive assassin. I thought it was an Inquisitor for a second, but that is Darth Maul. Darth Maul is an Inquisitor. He is he's very heavy-handed with lightsaber attacks, ambush stuff like that. Where the Sith assassin leaps from the shadows and uses So that is a thing.
When I played the Old Republic, that was the character that I played. Was basically a not a physical clone of Maul, but that was kind of the character inspiration because there's for the light side and dark side, there's 4 classes, and each one has you can specialize in one or the other. And for the assassin, there was the Inquisitor, and then there was the Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer was more of the magic and DPS, and the Inquisitor was more of not DPS. The Sorcerer was more like the magic and healing, and then the Inquisitor was more of the DPS. And
so basically, so the Sith Sorcerer is Palpatine, and then you have the other side of it is Yoda, to clash, and then of course you have Maul, and is an Inquisitor, and then you have a Jedi Guardian. So you have Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then it kind of, also shout out if anybody actually wants to dive into Star Wars: The Old Republic, as a group, and stream it. Hit me up because I love me some Star Wars.
I would, but I don't want to pay for it.
It is free to play.
It's free on Steam, dude. Yeah.
Neat. Well, I'll add it to my library.
Yeah, it's free on Steam.
It was paid when it came out, and then after a few years, it went free to play.
Yes.
So one of my buddies in IRL, he's like, hey, you should start a guild and have people that are your friends on YouTube and stuff play Old Republic again. I was like, I like that idea. I just don't know when I'd be able to do it. But I know Fractured Filter and Hitman are also fans of the Old Republic, so maybe we'll make that happen at some point. Who knows?
Are you sure it's free? Because it says there's a subscription basis.
No, trust me, I have it.
There are as pretty much any free to play game, there are paid options, but yeah, it should be free to play.
Yeah,
Alright.
just literally, I literally have it on my computer right now. Well,
I'm pretty sure I have it installed as well.
not this one, but this one, and yeah, it's
It is an MMO though, so it's not gonna play, like Dishonored.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it would
But yeah,
still be
Sith
fun
Assassin-
though.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of dudes together, like bunch of talk a bunch of crap, talk about Star Wars. Anyway, Ryan.
But yeah.
So
Yeah, Sith Assassin's not far off, except I think in this case it would be like I don't know, I guess like a gray assassin. What are they called? Gray Jedi or whatever.
well, that's not a
And you
real
kinda
thing.
pick
That's
your-
just a term that people use. But
yeah.
yeah,
But basically like
Dark
Star
Jedi
Killer.
would be the more accurate
Yeah.
term because they use force powers, but they're not Jedi.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is sort of like a guy who's undecided. Like Star Killer,
Exactly.
how you get to decide
Well-
if you want to be Jedi or Sith at the end.
Well, a gray Jedi is actually someone who actually is actually a Jedi, who actually walks
Gray Jedi
away
is Disney Star Wars.
No, it's actually not. It's really not.
It's a Dark Jedi is one force user that's not aligned.
Well,
with the
Dark.
Jedi.
I think Dark is
No.
like not a Sith but still evil. And
No.
then
No, actually, a gray Jedi actually appears in the original KOTOR. It's George Lucas. Jolie Bindo is a gray Jedi. He's a Jedi Master who walked away from the Order. That's what a gray Jedi is. He doesn't have an actual affiliation of light or dark. He lives within the Force and he does what he feels is right in the moment, not by a code or anything like that. That's what a gray Jedi is.
Okay, because that basically describes Qui-Gon Jinn. That's why he's one of my favorite Jedi.
Qui-Gon would actually definitely fall into that into that category if he had walked away from the Order.
So,
Which he was kind of like, he was the rebel. He's kind of like poked at him. But no, a gray Jedi is something that actually came out well before Disney bought it, and there are actually several Jedi that fall into that category. It's just called a gray Jedi because they're very neutral. They're not light. They're not dark. They have no affiliation. Mostly, they lean towards doing the right thing to protect the people or to protect life. Is where it goes.
okay.
they're the libertarians of the Jedi.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it is.
So, Bongo asked a good question. I don't know if anyone here. Well, Ryan probably could, but what's a better game, KOTOR 1 or 2? I've only played KOTOR 1. I haven't played 2 yet. But I
One.
will.
One by
So,
far.
Okay.
Now, if you
Have
want,
you played 2 with the restored content?
no, it's very hard to find that. It's very hard to find that.
'Cause on Steam,
Is it?
if you just buy KOTOR 2, all you need to go is into the community section and just click add and get the
Did-
restored content. It's
I
super easy.
played KOTOR 2 well before Steam was even a thing. I mean, I'm talking about probably a couple decades.
Yeah.
So because
So it's been a long time since you played it, though.
it has been a long time since I played it.
I know a lot of people who like KOTOR 2 even more than KOTOR 1.
I don't even think I would actually like to. I might like. Okay, so let me look at it this way. I like 2 more because the combat and the saber dynamics are more advanced, and I love that because you get, especially as somebody who plays a light Jedi, and but I use a double-bladed lightsaber. So I'm basically, you're a guardian. A guardian focuses on combat. If you want to go into pushing the dynamics of the Jedi classes, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a guardian, but he's also he's not an outlook. What is he? They went way too far with all these classes, but anyway, so yeah, they focus more on combat, less on the Force, less on the meditation and the thinking. But KOTOR 2 is a phenomenal game. It's a darker game, and that's why I really like it, because the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, it rivals the original trilogy, and basically of holy, are you serious? Just shock and awe. If you played it, and probably most people have. But the second game is a darker game, and I like it because it's we won. But did we really win? And that's what Empire Strikes Back is, right? We won in A New Hope, but did we really win? Because Empire Strikes Back and it looks really bleak again, and that's why I like KOTOR 2. So, but if I did have to pick, it'd be KOTOR 1 because it's a redemption story, and it's a little bit of a love story too, and that's very it's very Star Wars because it's very forbidden apparently for a Jedi to love, even though because attachment, jealousy, stuff like that leads to the dark side, blah, blah, blah. But also at the same time, hope and love is the best things that humans do, so it's like a double-edged sword. Anyway, Ryan, I can talk about this all day.
Sorry. So he says 2 had a more interesting story, which says a lot because the story in 1 is the best thing it's got going for it because the story is phenomenal.
I disagree with that, and the reason I disagree with that is because you have 3 Sith Lords, and you have to defeat all of them, and the scariest one by far is the easiest one to beat, and I think that was kind of a kick in the dick. I didn't like that. It really bugged me. And then they turned into vapor.
I'm assuming you're talking about Nihilus?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm like, come on, man. He's on he was on the magazines, Electronic Arts Gaming Monthly. He was
it was just Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Okay, whatever.
If Electronic Arts is something completely different.
It's like, I'm like, come on, man. You're on the magazines, you're in the concept art. Also at the same time, too, old girlfriend who she's all angry at you and stuff. It's like, and of course I later on figured out that they made that they made the second game character. What's her name? She's the
Jedi Exile?
The Exile, thank you. Yeah, they made her a female, so it does make sense then. I don't like that they made her a female because it was not heavily centric on the fact that if you follow the story on the light side, which it is meant to be a light side story, as is the first one, it is meant to be a more male-centric story. Like, girlfriend in the beginning, she's pissed off at you for whatever reason. It's like she kind of hates your guts, and it's like, okay, like, why do you hate me so much? What did I do? And it doesn't have a like, oh, you were my BFF, and it's like, best female friend. It's like, no, it has like a romantic arc in the beginning because she hates your guts, and she's hated your guts for years, and it's like, okay. So no, I don't agree with that. That Mitra Surik is and again, if you know from the book, if you know, but it was just very strange. I thought the villains were lackluster at best, especially Nihilus, and that really pissed me off. He should have been the worst part because he was the world swallower.
Yeah.
Like he was the world destroyer. He was like this phantom thing that would encompass a world and it would go dark. Just done. And so like you get the other guy who like you would defeat him and then he would fall to the ground and he's like, oh, I love pain, I'm gonna stand back up. It's like, all right, guy, whatever. And then you defeat him again. He's like, oh yeah, Scion. He's like, oh, I love more pain, I'm gonna stand back up. And it's like, all right, dude. And then you finally defeat him on the third try and he is like, my pain has a. And then of course you got freaking crazy chick who,
Kreia,
quite frankly, yeah, and there's like floating lightsabers. I'm like, this is gay. It's gay. It's so gay. The guy who envelops worlds is the weakest one.
So
Kreia wanted to kill the Force. What was she going to do it with 3 lightsabers?
What about Rinzler? Have you played either of the KOTOR games?
I haven't,
Not a
man.
shot at Jay Bongo, by the
I've
way.
always wanted to get into them, but yeah, I've never got into them, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, same here actually.
Sounds
They're on
great
my
though,
list,
man.
but
I
I've
love
never
listening to
gotten
the
around
stuff.
them.
Yeah.
Well,
most
sorry.
people-
Spoilers. Record.
When the topic of like best Star Wars games come up, it's like
that's fine, man.
overwhelmingly KOTOR 1. But
Is
in my
by
book,
far
it's
number
got
1.
great story, but the gameplay
Right.
is very lackluster. So that's why.
If you say what I think you're going to say,
What? Just that Jedi Academy is the best Star Wars game because it has the best lightsaber
You
combat
are
and the best force powers and the best
how
game
many
that ever makes you
times?
feel like a Jedi. Yes, Jedi Academy.
How many times
I
are we
feel like
gonna
he
have
was
this
prepared for that.
conversation where you guys
He was
argue
prepared
over
to say all
those and
that.
I just come in.
How many
No
And I just
times
other
come in
game
and
has
ruin
made
it
you
by
feel like a
saying Force Unleashed
Jedi, like
2.
Jedi Academy does, and that's just a fact.
You know what? Neil likes Perfect Dark more than GoldenEye.
Because it's a better game.
Wrong answer.
You can argue with me, but you'd be wrong. You can like GoldenEye better, but Perfect Dark is objectively a better game.
Neil, why do you do this to yourself?
So,
Why
all right,
do you keep doing this?
because I got my story and I'm sticking to it. What about you, Ryan? I don't think we've asked you about your mashup yet.
Well, my original thought was kind of lame, because it came from when I was a kid. I thought it would always be kind of fun to watch, Super Mario Brothers and then The Legend of Zelda, crossover, because very different worlds, but also mythical worlds. And it came from my childhood of watching both cartoons on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. You had the animated Super Mario, and then you had the animated Legend of Zelda. Go ahead.
Perfect Dark is great though.
Yes, thank you.
I don't actually know about Perfect Dark. I've never played it. I told Neil
played it,
I
so
would
you can't
definitely.
say. I spent hundreds of hours in both games.
It's not better than GoldenEye, and
It is.
you have lost this argument
You
so many
can't
times.
say that because you haven't played both.
You've lost because of the panelists and the chat. How many times do we need to do this?
It's because no one else played it either. It doesn't make just because GoldenEye was more popular doesn't make a better game.
Blasphemize the chat like that, sir.
Well, GoldenEye sold like 100 times more copies than Perfect Dark. So yeah, more people played GoldenEye. Shocker.
Does that kind of tell you something?
No, it means nothing. Just because something sold more doesn't make it better. Force Unleashed had more ticket sales than any of the other Star Wars movies at the time. Does that make it a better movie?
Wait, you mean Force Awakens?
Force Awakens. Thank you. Yes, that's what I meant.
Don't you blasphemize my Force Unleashed?
Yeah, I did not mean to do that.
Doesn't even know Star Wars. Look at him.
Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars, so I got the name wrong.
Nightmare, you've been here before several times, but Rinzler, did you know that Neo hates fun?
I've heard this before.
I
have heard this in the streams.
Oh God!
It's okay. I tried to have fun a
That's
few
funny.
times in college, and it was awful.
So anyway, moving on.
That's great.
To your point, though, getting back on track, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of the Mario games, so I don't know if Zelda stuff was crossed into Mario, but there's been some Mario stuff that's crossed over into Zelda. Like I just recently played through Link's Awakening again, which was the game that got me into the Zelda franchise as a kid. And there's a bunch of Mario stuff in that one. There's Goombas in that one. There's a Yoshi doll. There's a Chain Chomp. So there's a bunch of Mario stuff in that Zelda game. So what do you have kind of more of a explanation of how you'd like to see them cross over? Is it more of Zelda stuff in Mario or Mario stuff in Zelda or something new altogether?
I would kind of like to see kind of like maybe an Elseworlds kind of thing where the two universes are slowly merging together, and the heroes and even the villains are kind of like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
And then of course, like as of course, the villains are going to be the first ones to throw hands, right? And it would be pretty freaking awesome to watch, Koopa and Ganon, throw hands, because both are magical
outside
creatures.
Of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, outside of Smash Brothers, and is Ganon actually in Smash Brothers?
Yeah, he was introduced in Melee. Well,
was he? Okay.
Ganondorf, not Ganon. Since that's Ganon is typically his beast form. Although in let's see here, did they? Yeah, I don't think it was until Brawl where they introduced the Smash Orbs as a power up, and you get like a super attack. Then you do turn into Ganon for Ganondorf's super attack, but you don't like play as Ganon. Although Bowser's super attack, you do turn into Giga Bowser, and you can play as Giga Bowser for however long the power up lasts.
Okay. I have not played a whole lot of the Smash Brothers games, so that's why I'm probably kind of on the outs about that. I just know that coming from the cartoon aspect, putting the two together. And I would want it to be animated, by the way. Be kind of like that cartoonish animation. That would be incredible.
So are you talking about like a movie or a TV show rather than like a video game?
I'd take all four. Three.
Okay.
There's only three. What the fuck, four? 4. The comic book too. Like whatever.
It'd be like a Mario and Link buddy cop.
Yeah, well, kind of, because but at the same time, you have to have the heroes clash. So right, Link would show up and he'd be like, hold up, who are you? And then of course you'd be like, "Oh, no, I'm Mario," and then of course Link would it'd be one of those things that'd be like really weird, and all of a sudden for some reason something just kind of happens, and they maybe like you have like some Koopas, and of course you have man, I'm blanking on the bad guys in Link, the rock shooters. Anyway, and they kind of like maybe show up, and then of course like they kind of defeat them, but they turn and face each other, and then Mario accidentally like shoots a fireball, thinking
I'm just imagining. I'm just
What do you imagine?
well, yeah. What do you imagine? I feel like his internet keeps going out, and it's a
Yeah.
bummer because I want to hear what Rinzler says. I really do.
We did not have this issue when he was on open mic, so I don't know what the deal is tonight.
Maybe there's storms in his area or something like that. I don't know. So
I don't
anyway,
know.
and maybe like Mario, they like bump into each other's backs, and Mario throws a fireball and hits Link, but he blocks it with a shield, and he's like, all right, and all of a sudden he swings the sword, and like it's kind of like my bad on both parts, but neither one, because they're both heroes. They don't want to back down. So they start fighting, and like, just like this, like slight 15-second duel of like fireball, duck, sword slash duck, triple flip over, and like, drop kick him in the back. I don't know. Just like something like that. I'd be like, that's really awesome. So like the Mario movie meets like the Legend of Zelda movie, the animated one they're going to make, right? And then you just go like this,
Zelda
and then
movie
like,
they're
and
gonna
then
make his live action, not animated.
I thought it was going to be animated because
No,
they're
that's
gonna
what
put the
everyone wants it to be, is animated, but no, it's live action from everything that they've told us. Exactly. It's like, I don't know how that's going to work.
And then you make a video game, and then you can make a TV show, and then I want the
sub series of Nintendo.
yeah, and then you bring in like because Donkey Kong is already in the Mario movie. Like I loved what they did with the Mario movie with Chris Pratt. It was so much fun because there was so much going on, and then all of a sudden you just kind of like you push the Legend of Zelda, and then maybe you push a little bit of this in, and maybe a little bit of that, and then it's like just go nuts. Make the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, and just go nuts, and do it animated, because then you can bring whatever you wanted.
I completely
and
agree.
make video games.
Nice.
All right, I'm done.
So, Rinzler, are you there? I hear him chime in once in a while. I think we'll probably have to have him back on again in the future when his internet is being more cooperative.
Is he on his phone or is he on a computer? Yeah, we hear you.
Even your little circle is like pixelated, so that's not a good sign.
Could you try your?
Jeez. Yeah.
Oh no, you seem clear.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Mario and Link at each other's throats over Princess Zelda with this mashup, man.
Maybe not even just over Princess. Maybe not even over Princess Zelda, but like they're kind of defending their princesses each, but because they just got ambushes, they're on high alert, and somebody just goofs up, right? Or maybe Link and Mario back up against each other, and they bump, and like Link swings a sword, and Mario ducks, and he like throws a fireball, hits Lincoln, almost in the face, but he blocks it with a shield. And it's just like they kind of look at each other like, okay, is that how we're gonna do this?
They have to assert dominance.
Yeah, and it's like
works,
okay, yeah, it's just like two heroes. Like, are you a bad guy? Like, no, I'm not a bad guy. Are you a bad guy? And it's like, no, and it's like, well, then put your weapon down. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put my weapon down. I don't know who you are. It's like, I don't know. I would Nintendo hire me. We'll talk about it. Just give me $500,000. You're gonna make $1.5 billion with it. So it's like whatever. It's chump change.
So
I'll take 200. 200.
Exactly.
We'll negotiate it.
So Bongo said, GoldenEye did more for gaming, but Neo's right. Perfect Dark improved on it in every way. Thank you for backing me up there, Bongo. And he says, just like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. I haven't played the Banjo-Kazooie games, but by that logic, I'm assuming you're saying the Banjo games are better than Mario 64, which I can't say one way or the other, but I know a lot of people would call that blasphemous. I think Ryan's in that camp.
I am in that camp. He says they improved on them, and he's wrong.
Because we just did top 5 N64 games last week, and Ryan was on that, and I believe his number 1 was Super Mario 64. Yes, it was.
It was. Oh no, not the angry Canadian.
What's up, Canadian? How's it going?
He's in his 20s, by the way. I thought he was older than I was, and he's like, dude, you thought I was old? And I'm like,
I didn't know. I knew he was younger than me. I just didn't realize he was that much younger than me.
I think he's in late 20s. He said, I can't remember the DMs. Like, he was like, dude, did you like confuse me with somebody else? I'm like, no, you just talk like you're old.
So, lastly, before we move on to our next topic,
be in the 20s again.
Carl wanted me to shout out his answer for. I can't go into detail because I haven't played either of these franchises, but he wanted me to give his answer for the mashup question. And Carl said that if he was here, he would like to see a mashup of the Yakuza games and Mafia in Hawaii. So, because I know the Yakuza just had that Pirates in Hawaii game, so maybe cross that over with the Mafia series somehow. I haven't played them either, so I couldn't say. But that
Yakuza, but depressing.
I don't know. He just wanted me to mention that. That would have been his answer.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Streambot. Yeah. On
already
Twitch
took care
Streambot.
of it.
So I had a Twitch Streambot show up too. Twitch, fix your crap. You're the only platform with stream bots.
I've heard that.
No, I get
better,
them on
but I
Kick.
get them every time.
I get them on Twitch
as well.
and Kick, but
I
somehow
don't
Twitch
stream to Kick, so yeah.
On Twitch, I'm actually able to say like, this word is banned, so I just ban that link, and it works fine. But on Kick, I can do that, but instead of hiding the comment, it shows the comment and then just stars out the banned word, and I'm like, no, I wanted the comment gone.
I just highlight it and we laugh. That's all I do. So Angry Games just means I talk as if I'm wise. Thanks for that, Ryan. You're welcome. You little fucker. Like, I'm kidding.
All right. So next topic is we got Knightmare's topic, and he suggested, what is a game you would remove from a franchise? I was like, ooh, that's a good question. So, Knightmare, what is a game that you would remove from a franchise?
Okay, you ready for this? You're not going to guess this, but as soon as I show it, you're going to be like, I should have guessed.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to guess?
Given how much I know you love Arkham, I would say Arkham Origins, but Arkham Origins is not a bad game. Maybe Arkham Origins Blackgate. Suicide Squad. Close. I was very
You were so close.
I did not see. I don't even consider that part of the Arkham franchise because it really isn't. So that is an
I don't either. But officially, it's supposed to be. So I'm removing this crap.
That is an
because
excellent
it
answer.
Is the worst. Like seriously, it is the worst. It looks fancy, but it is the worst.
Is that from Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
because that actually looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, visually, like some of this is pretty cool. That Batman that they fight is based on the Batman that you see at the end of Arkham Knight.
Yeah, which is your Avatar is based on.
Yeah, but allegedly, but
yes,
yeah, like it looks cool, but this would be way cooler if you were actually playing as that Batman instead of just all this weird. I'm gonna skip ahead to. Because the gameplay is super generic too.
Yeah, it's like,
why the story is awful.
This is a third-person shooter, and this is technically Arkham canon. It's like this does not qualify as an Arkham game at all.
This is just like Arkham Fortnite.
Yes. So yeah, I did not even think of that. It makes perfect sense because it's not an Arkham game, but it is in the Arkham franchise technically. So
of course, there's the infamous.
Have you played Arkham Blackgate?
I have. I played it once and I hated it, and I decided I'm never playing it again.
I have it in my backlog to play at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, I guess it's worth playing once, but after that,
I know that I have to play through it 3 times because it's got there's an I don't know if it's like different endings, but I do know it requires 3 playthroughs to get all the achievements.
No, I don't think it has different endings.
So I just don't remember why, but I do know that you have to do it multiple times to get all the achievements. But I'm assuming you would rather play that than Suicide Squad.
Oh, absolutely. I have played Blackgate, so yeah.
Okay.
The real problem with Blackgate is that it's just a really boring side scroller combat. The cutscenes are terrible because they're these weird half-baked animations that are really ugly. It's just not very good. But I mean, it's
what was it originally
mediocre
for? It was like a PSP game.
Yeah, I think it was a PSP game or PS Vita game, maybe. And then, yeah, it got a.
Oh, you're right. It's a PS Vita. and it was
Yeah.
ported to everything else, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
It was also on PS3, Windows, Wii U, 3DS, and 360. It was an Xbox Live Arcade game. And that's how I have it. Although I think I have it on Steam as well. Let's see here. Did I buy it on Steam? I did buy it on Steam because I can't, in case I ever want to stream it, because I can't stream my 360 because it's not backwards compatible. So, all right. Well, that is an excellent answer. I think you may have won that one because that one is a disgrace to the franchise for
That was
sure.
good.
What about you,
Yeah,
Rinzler? Do you have a game that
terrible.
you would like to see removed from a franchise?
All the games after Halo Reach.
Oh, all of them after Reach.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see here, because
wasn't a fan.
What-
Halo 4 looked nice, but Halo 5, I mean, they just moved away further and further from Master Chief's core story, I think, and they should have just let it go. Halo Reach I allow because it's a great game.
was Reach before or after ODST? It was
I think it's
after, right?
after.
Not timeline.
Oh, was it
when
after?
it was released?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
there-
mean. Yeah, it came out after. Yeah, ODST
Yeah, I was gonna
released
say
before
Reach was the last Bungie Halo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we got to have ODST in there. ODST is great.
ODST.
Yes.
is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, ODST, and then Reach.
There you go.
Okay. So,
But
'cause I
everything
haven't-
everything that 343 contributed, I think, is forgettable.
Okay. Because I played 4, and I didn't think it was that bad. 5, the story.
It looked
is
cool.
terrible.
Well,
but
from what they marketed for 5, it was just completely not what I thought it was going to be. Like you
that's one of
you
those
lined it up.
misleading marketings.
It's like you had the story in your mind and you showed us what you wanted the story to be, but you totally did not deliver, and it was just sad.
Yeah, Canadian says Reach, Bungie's final great game. Understandable.
Right.
But I liked 4. The gameplay in 5 was pretty good, but yeah, the story was terrible. I have not yet played Infinite, so I can't say, but I will be playing Infinite at some point. So I'm assuming you did. You even play Infinite?
Yeah, I started the campaign.
Okay. Because I know it went more of like an open world sort of thing. So, which I think Gears 5 did as well. So it kind of deviates from kind of the formula that the past games have done. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I don't know. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I won't. I don't want to spoil Infinite for you if you plan on playing it. I have thoughts, and yeah, it's just not really for me.
Okay, fair enough. Curious, did you? I don't think it was Bungie either. It wasn't 343. It was Ensemble before they got shut down. But the Halo Wars games, did you play those?
Oh, I wanted to play that, man. I don't have anything against top down. What do you call it, like
RTSs?
StarCraft kind of games. Yeah. I think they're really cool. But no, I never played it. Another game that's on that list, right?
I'm just not a fan of RTSs in general. But let's see here.
I told you, he hates fun.
No, it's just everyone has their genres that they like and they don't like. I'm just not a huge fan of RTSs. But I remember when they announced the first Halo Wars, the cutscene was like one of the greatest looking things ever. It was like gorgeous. But I remember seeing Ensemble's name on that. I don't know if they also did Halo Wars 2. Might have. Let's see here. Developers, Creative Assembly, and Halo Studios. So I think Halo Wars would fall after that. Or sorry, Halo Wars 2 would fall after that, but I think Halo Wars 1 would not, because I think that was 360. That was 2009, and then Halo Wars 2 was, what did I just say? Was 2016. So, but it's completely basically a spin-off. So I guess you could either count it or not count both games if you wanted to. So, Canadian says Infinite was a great step in the right direction. So, okay. I've heard that it is much better than 5 from what I hear. Which is, not a high bar, though, given how not great of a game.
Yeah, 5 was just so disappointing, man.
I don't really get the hate for Halo 4. I thought Halo 4 was pretty good. Not as good as Halo 3, which is, in my opinion, the best one in the Halo franchise. But I don't know why. I don't really understand why people hated on Halo 4.
I think they should have just ended Chief's story at Halo 3. I think that was a good send-off, and you didn't really have to add anything to it.
That would have been a great place to end it. But,
start anew. Halo 4 could have been great. You didn't really need Master Chief anymore and
Oh,
all that
start with
stuff.
a new protagonist.
Yeah, I think you could have totally done it, if you did it right. But I don't think 343 is even with the new protagonist. I don't think 343 could have pulled it off. They
I
literally
agree.
went in thinking they thought they could do better than Bungie, and they never came close ever.
Agreed.
They did good things. I'll give them that, but like nothing came close.
So Canadian. Oh, I think Canadians in regards to Infinite says story wise, it's a great step, but the multiplayer is a different story. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Infinite. So, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, Ryan, I don't know if he's away or not. So I think I'll go ahead and go next and give him a chance to get back if he is away. So the first thing that popped into my head for this question is what's a game you would remove from a franchise? Was just the first thing I thought of was Ninja Gaiden 3, the 360 one, because I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Gaiden rebooted games, and I am super excited for Ninja Gaiden 4 in October. And I've mentioned this on Party Chat many times because Ninja Gaiden Black is in my top 3 favorite games of all time, and Ninja Gaiden 2 is also phenomenal. The main reason why I like Black better is because it's got basically like an interconnected Metroidvania-like map, whereas Ninja Gaiden 2 is point A to point B level based. But Ninja Gaiden 3 basically stripped everything out of what made Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2 fantastic and just got rid of all of it. And it was just absolutely terrible. So that was the first thing that popped into my head. I won't go into too much detail because I've talked about how much Ninja Gaiden 3 was a huge disappointment many times. So after doing a little bit of research though, and digging, looking through games where it's like, what would I remove from a franchise? I don't know if I had to pick between these two, which one I would pick, but the other thing that jumped out at me as soon as I started doing some homework on this was Metroid being my second favorite franchise of all time. The first thing I thought of when I was thinking Metroid was Other M, but I didn't. Most people hate on Other M. I have played it once a long time ago when it was new, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't think it was that great. And I actually just finished Metroid Prime 3 on Metroidvania Monday last night. So next week I will be starting Other M. I'll be playing through it all on stream. So I'll be playing through it again for the first time in many, many years. So I'll be able to refresh myself on, get an updated take on where it falls in the Metroid series for me. But the only thing I remember not liking about the game is having to point the Wiimote at the screen, because Other M is not like Prime where you play it like this. Other M, you use just the Wiimote and you hold it like a controller, like it's a standard controller. But in order to shoot missiles, you have to point it at the screen and like hold down or something and go into first person mode and then aim your missile and then shoot your missile. That's the only thing I remember not liking about the game. So, So I wouldn't say remove Other M, even though people really don't like it. What I would remove from the franchise is the game in the Metroid franchise that has no business having the name Metroid attached to it. And no, I have not played it because it was a 3DS game, which I didn't even realize until just recently, because I always thought it was a DS game, but I just recently realized it's a 3DS game, and that was Metroid Federation Force. It's basically like a 4-player co-op Republic Commando game set in the Metroid universe. But it's not a Metroidvania. It's just like a squad shooter. So that would be what I would remove from the Metroid franchise. Because, if you like one Metroid game, you're probably going to like them all, except for this one, because it's very different than all the rest of the games that have the Metroid name on it, with the exception of Metroid Pinball. But it's got pinball in the name, so you know what you're getting into if you're going to play Metroid Prime Pinball.
Right.
But you may be a fan of Metroid if you see, Metroid Federation Force, another Metroid game. Oh, let me play that. And then you go into it with this expectation of it being a Metroid game, and then it's not a Metroid game at all. So you'd probably be very disappointed. And that's basically what happened when they announced it, because I believe it was the first game that got announced for the Metroid franchise after Metroid Prime 3, and everyone's excited for Metroid Prime 4 or some sort of continuation of the franchise. And they announced Metroid Federation Force, and everyone's like, WTF is this trash? It's basically the same response that Wind Waker got when it was announced. Although that one is much more highly regarded nowadays. But yeah, Metroid Federation Force would definitely be something I would remove from the Metroid franchise to not sully its name. So
yeah, that sounds fair. Totally.
Oh, Ryan's got a kitty. I don't think I even knew you had a kitty.
Yeah, I have two, and
Okay.
he's so damn fucking needy that, sorry for the language, that with the door shut and trying to actually be in the room by myself where there's not a lot of noise. He actually sits at the door and he's like, meow, 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 meow. It's like, dude, I'm not dying. He does it when I'm in the shower too. I'm not joking. He thinks I'm like dying.
What's the kitty's name?
His name is Piper, and he's an old man. There's another one
Gotta get him
outside the door.
And what's
Gotta
that
get
one?
him a headset and a mic. He wants to be part of the show too, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently, there's another one outside the door. Her name is Rhaenyra, as in Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Okay. I was gonna say that sounds Games of Thrones-y, but I've
It's very
seen it, so
Game
I
of
don't know.
Thrones. It's because she's very spicy. That's the younger sister, not actually his sister, but like she's a younger sister. So his actual sister
Yeah,
died
gotcha.
Aw.
back in like 2017, and like 2017, 2018. And he was kind of like by himself for a long time, and he went from like being a dick to, like, when she died, being like very needy and very inaffectionate. And I was like, oh, that really screws you up. And he was alone for like 3 years, and I was like, I gotta get another cat. Or yeah, I figured he was gonna die too, because he was so unhappy. And I was working at the post office, working long hours, so I got her, and she was a kitten like this big. She was a stray kitten, and I think mom died, got hit by a car or something like that.
Mm.
So anyway, the two kittens were found underneath a bush together. One family took her sister, and I saw her on the website. I saw them both actually, and I went for her sister first, but she was gone. And I was like, and come to find out that Rhaenyra was there, so I got her, and another like family. But no, I can't go anywhere without these cats following me around. So like, because she was so small. She was so small when I got her. So like, I had to sleep on the couch with her because there was a back to the couch, and then I used me as a barrier on the other side of the couch, and I put her right up against the back of the couch, and she would sleep underneath my chin. And I was like, and now that's her thing forever. She sleeps up against my side for the history of the world.
Oh.
So anyway, we're talking about what the Fraggle Rock we're talking about.
Why don't you tell us about what game you would remove from a franchise?
Oh, well, the first one I would remove would be Perfect Dark from the 007 series.
It's not part of the franchise. It's the spiritual
Just
successor.
kidding.
I know.
No. This is going to Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh, okay. I've never played any of the Dragon Age games, but that's definitely an
I
understandable.
love the Dragon Age franchise. I've only played a smidgen of Veilguard. I know somebody who I know a couple people who played more of it. I know that they said that the first kind of like 15, 20 hours are fun, and then it turns into a different game. In their opinion, it's like it turns from like one game and one vision to like completely different. And if I had to pick a secondary, because I did not play a whole lot of Dragon Age Veilguard, one that I did play a whole lot of as a secondary, I'd say Fallout 4. It is my least favorite Fallout game.
I was going to ask you if there's anything in the Fallout franchise. So
it doesn't. It feels like Fallout. It looks like Fallout, but it doesn't mechanically, in my opinion, play like Fallout. It plays.
See, I would have said Fallout 76.
No, Fallout 76 works better than Fallout 4.
Ryan loves his Fallout 76.
I don't love it, but it's my second least favorite, if that makes sense.
But you spent probably more time in it than all the other Fallout games, would be my guess.
No, I really haven't.
Okay.
So Fallout 3 is the one I have the most hours in. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are a toss up. So I spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 320 to 350 hours in each Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
Fallout 4, it just kind of like, I was like, all right, I was very excited. It's the reason I bought a PlayStation 4, that and Uncharted 4. which also probably didn't need to exist. And I was like, all right, but it was like this is Fallout. It looks like Fallout. It's named Fallout. It has a lot of the mechanics of Fallout, but I'm like, it just doesn't spiritually feel like Fallout from the
missing
two.
something.
I like
It was missing a whole lot. Like, and just I felt like the soul of it was gone. I felt like they polished the vaults up. I'm like, this is not a polish mission, dude. Like, you didn't need to change the vaults. They're rusted hunks of crap that, quite frankly, were human tombs for most of them. But you made even the ones that were like these horrendous things, and they were still kind of like polished, and they had like white walls, and they had like blue doors, and I'm like, no, motherfuckers, like I'm like, no, dudes, like. Did you see the vaults in Fallout 3? Did you see the vaults in Fallout 76? Fallout 1, Fallout 2? They looked like shambles. Like, you brightened them up. And I'm like, why?
Okay.
What, because the modern audience is retarded? And yes, they are.
I don't think the modern audience exists, but yeah.
Yes, it's even something that it is in Fallout 76. But you know what? I feel like, and this is going to be a very hot take, I feel like Fallout 76, at least, kind of like they're like, okay, Fallout 4 sold massively, but it probably wasn't this incredible hit that carried a lot of legs where people just wanted to play and play and play. It probably had a diminishing return of where, and then so they tried something different with Fallout 76. They went kind of back to the hopelessness to where the wasteland, you and the vault dwellers are the only ones, and the whole entire world is dead, and there's no NPCs. And I think the reason they did that is because there are too many damn NPCs in the Commonwealth. Boston, quite frankly, surrounded by that much water, there'd be very minimal humans. Minimal humans.
After a nuclear apocalypse.
Like, are you kidding me? The Mirelurks would rip them limb from limb and eat them face to. Like, come on, man. Like, are you kidding me with this crap? So, it's
okay,
like,
I have decided to change my answer, Neo, just to trigger Ryan. My answer is now Doom 3.
Wait, Doom 3?
Remove Doom 3 from the Doom franchise.
Yes.
I mean, you're wrong, because Doom 3 is probably the best of the franchise because it's actually a horror game.
That's why
which is exactly why I hate it.
Yeah, same. I am going to play it in its entirety at some point, but I don't really want to.
Doom 3 is scary as hell. I remember when I played that.
Doom is not a horror franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it really should be.
No, it's.
You think
it should be anything but?
I mean, you really think you can produce a horror franchise? I mean, look at all the monsters in it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like Batman. Would you consider Arkham Asylum a horror game?
I think it's a creepy game.
Yeah, but it's not a horror game, is it?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't pinpoint Doom 3 is a full-fledged horror game. I think it's it has a lot of creepy elements with horror elements sprinkled in.
I would call it a survival horror game.
Yeah.
But that's just
Doom is like Batman. Yeah, sure, you're surrounded by scary things, but you're scarier than all of them.
Yeah, but you're also talking about also talking about 16-bit graphics.
And well, Doom 3 was an original Xbox game.
Yeah, Doom 3 was 3D.
And you're not playing as Doom guy, you're just playing as generic Space Marine.
Well, no, yeah. I do know that. And the thing is, though, is that the original Doom, though, is it was on the PC, and it's really hard to kind of have those kind of like scarier elements.
Well, yeah, but they show you Doom guy's face in those games too. Does he ever look scared?
Yeah, but he looks more kind of like generic Space Marine from Doom 3 than he does Doom guy later on. And I'm just going to say the Bethesda 2016 and kind of the games after that, everybody kind of loves them and kind of sucks the knob on it. And I'm like,
I only like 2016 and Eternal. I don't like Dark Ages.
So
I mean,
look,
I'm looking forward to it.
People.
This is how you get a good gaming content right here. Is you debate video games on top of that.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, look, I get it. I'm not knocking you for your opinion, but Doom 3 is my favorite, and at the same time, it's like we have differences of opinions. It's cool.
Rinzler, do you have
Also,
anything to
also Batman sucks, and Superman would punch his skull off. Just kidding.
He's
But he
like,
would.
trigger return.
was that?
I was going to say, Rinzler, did you have anything you want to chime in on the Arkham or Fallout before we hear from
No,
your game that you'd remove from a franchise?
No, I'd like I like the soundtrack from Fallout 4. That's about it. I mean, but I like a lot of the video game soundtracks. Yeah, that's
Also, I
about
heard
it.
from
But
this-
yeah, I agree. It didn't really feel like a Fallout universe. Yeah, I don't know. I played through, but it never really felt. I never felt as connected as I did to Fallout 3.
You know what it is that Nightmare. He enjoyed. Another settlement needs your help.
Oh, what was it?
It's like
I think I
That
modded
bastard.
Preston to
I'm
not
so
do
tired
that.
of saving
I
settlements.
did too. I modded that shit out. I
Yes.
was like, I'm
Oh yeah,
so
I modded
done
the
with
heck out of
this.
Fallout 4. It was
Yeah,
way
that's the
better.
only time it's really fun. Really, yeah. When you mod it, it's actually pretty fun. But I think
Well,
that's probably
yeah.
one of the top mods. Shut up, Preston.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably the
Yeah.
number one mod is that you mod that out. Another follow. Another settlement needs your help. Done. Preston Garvey's like
Yeah.
muted. And then I think probably the second top one was your companion, whatever gun you give them, and this comes from, of course, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, has unlimited ammo.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, in those games, you give them a different gun. It's like they would have unlimited ammo. It's like I don't need to like replenish you with certain ammo. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
Fox with the Gatling laser in Fallout 3 was basically unstoppable.
Yes.
Well, one of the first mods I always install.
Yes,
in
that was the
Fallout
combo.
are, one of the first mods I always install in Fallout are the expanded party type mods, so you have more than one companion at a time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I did that in what it was 4.2 because in 4 you could only have like the one companion, and then of course if you modded it you could actually have a dog, you could have an animal,
Yes,
and then you could have
sir.
a human companion, kind
I
of like
think
No,
can do
I think
that
the
by
base
default.
was I think the base was one person, one dog. Well, one person and the dog.
Yeah,
I don't think it was. I think it was just one companion per.
I don't know about 4 because I've
That's what
only
I
played a
thought,
couple
too.
hours of it, but I'm almost positive you could do that in 3. So I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do it in 4.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
No,
sure that's how
We
it
don't know
was.
either. No, I think I downloaded that mod that does allow you to do that, to have dogs.
Yeah, it is. It is a mod in Fallout
I'm
4.
I'm
Trust me.
pretty sure. Yeah,
Huh.
everybody was upset about that. Nobody liked
Yeah.
that.
That's what I'm saying. Fallout 4 is a clown show, and then of course they're like, "Oh, you can break down and you can like scrap all this crap in the homestead," and it's like, and then you had to like download a mod so you could actually like scrap the grass and like the scrap
Oh,
concrete.
yeah.
You could actually like build like something legitimate, and I was just like, "This is fucking retarded."
They also
it's
took away the weaponware, right? The where weapons could break in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh,
just
the
like,
weapon
well,
nothing breaks.
and
Well, I'm
I thought
okay
that was
with
cool.
that. 'cause
Yeah,
I hate
degradation,
that I hate that anyway.
I always thought it
Well,
was cool.
I thought-
that's one thing I didn't like in 3.
I actually,
okay.
it was in New Vegas as well, and the thing is that actually it didn't bother me as much. But what really pissed me the Fraggle Rock off is that in Fallout 4, and it goes for Fallout New Vegas. I'm sorry, not Fallout 76. They took away the realistic weapons. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like Fallout 3, yes, they had like the alien blaster, and they had like the like
The Gatling laser, and there
the
was
Chinese
that, like,
assault
yeah.
rifle was based off the AK-47. It's like
there's plenty of real
they,
guns.
they had all these real weapons, right? That had different names and kind of like different versatilities. You had similar things like you just had like the standard repeater. Then you had Lincoln's repeaters, basically a long range not 357 44 mag. There was like a lever action rifle. And that made sense. Like that was legitimate in human historic history. And then they came out with like this crap in Fallout 4, and it was just like, dude, what the hell is that? Like, I'm not talking about a laser rifle or the Gatling rifle or like, you know, like
That's the kind of stuff I want to use in a Fallout game. It's like I'm in the future. I don't want to use old weapons. I want to use new stuff.
no, that doesn't make any sense because like the Fallout universe is an offshoot of the 1950s of our universe. So it was like the Back to the Future went like this, and then of course they had like this. They're like, oh, it's the assault rifle, and I'm like, that looks like a World War I style. And I can't remember what it is. It's a light machine gun that you would put on a tripod. It literally has the round barrel and it has like it has the round cylindrical I know what I'm trying to say. And then the barrel at the bottom, it's a World War I style weapon that you turn into an assault rifle that looks like it's half the size of a human. And they're walking around like going, this is fine. It's like, no, dude, that's fucking retarded. You can't carry that crap. You know, the biggest weapon that you can actually carry in the U.S. Army is a 240 Bravo. It's a 7.76, and it's only a little bit bigger than the M249.
That's what I was thinking of, the M249.
Yeah, the M249 is a 5.56. 7.76 is basically is a shell.
7.76 or 7.62?
7.62. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like ranting, so I'm like kind of like on edge, but it's like, why did you take out the 10 millimeters? Fine, that's classic Fallout. There's actually 10 millimeter pistols in the real world. They don't look like that. That's fine. You know, the M9 and Fallout New Vegas, you know, look kind of like a 1911, which is basically a 45 caliber, but it's not. It was 9 millimeter. That's fine too.
I'm pretty sure I shot a 10 millimeter when I was in Vegas.
So they went from like real world dynamics to like, you know, our universe
More
is just
sci-fi stuff.
kind of like branched. And then they went, well, we're going to make these guns. And so like I would actually take their real world counterparts. So I'd take the hunting rifle and I would turn it into basically a Barrett, you know, sniper rifle. You know, it'd be like what a 338 or a 338 or something like that. But at the same time, it would look like a Barrett because that's like, you know, the venting and the long snipe and the bore on the end of, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, it's just
I got to shoot one
weapon
of those in Vegas
customization
as
was
well.
cool.
It was awesome.
I did see that video that you shooting that, but
That was fun.
it's somebody who was in the military. I got really grumpy with the way they screwed the guns up, and that was not my first gripe. With
Was the
Fallout
junk
4.
launcher in Fallout 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
the mini nukes myself.
Yeah, it acted the
That was
same.
fun. That was fun.
But then you had like you had like the mini nukes and the nuke launcher, like, which is fine. You know, you find it in every Fallout game. And then you had the MIRV nuke launcher. You know,
awesome.
You know, and the thing is though is that in every Fallout game before that, the MIRV was like there was like one per game or like maybe two tops in the whole entire game.
Fallout 3, there was one, and there's not even enough ammo in the game to fire it more than twice, I think.
Yeah, and I think in Fallout New Vegas, I think there was two. There was like the MIRV launcher, and then there was like the experimental MIRV launcher. Two tops. In Fallout 4, you could just turn it into a MIRV launcher, and you're like on shoo, 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 and it's like this is fucking
Takes the
gay.
specialness out of it.
It does. It's just like I was like,
that was a good sound.
Well, that's kind of what it sounds like, right? They go shoo. Sorry. All right, I'm done ranting about Fallout. I'm done. I'm like,
All right, Rinzler, what about you? What's a game you'd remove from a franchise?
Oh, it was just all the games after Reach. I thought it was.
Oh, that's right. All games after Reach.
Sorry, man. Yeah,
fair enough. No,
I'm good with that.
I don't write down answers like I do on top 5, so I may forget that someone already answered. So,
oh no.
All right. With that, we'll move on to our next topic. And let's see here. What is our next topic? Is let's see. Did I write down? I did not write it. Maybe I wrote it down here. Okay, I thought so. So this, because when I get a topic from somewhere, I like to give it credit, and I forgot to write it down in one spot, but I have it in the other spot. So this is another topic that I gleaned from Twitter/X from the account called Gaming with Dave. I saw this a few weeks ago. I'm like, oh, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I was like, that's an excellent topic. So I'll throw that on the my list of questions to pull from for a future episode of Party Chat. So shout out to Gaming with Dave. I've gotten a few of my Party Chat topics from him, and that one is, if you so you're getting paid $10 million to play a game for 12 hours a day for a year. What game is it that you're playing? So shout out to Gaming with Dave for that one. So I was like, that is a great topic. So it's like, you want something that you're not going to get burned out on. So something that's, something you're going to play it for. I did the math the other day, and I think for 12 hours a day, it was half a day, so every day. So that's half a year. It's like 4,600 hours, roughly. So what is a game that you'd be okay with playing 4,600 hours of in 1 year? So, does anyone have?
You want to ask me?
Go. I was going to say, if anyone has their answer and wants to go first, Rinzler, sounds like you're.
I mean,
ready for this one.
Dude, for 10 million for 1 year, I'd play the Lion King or Simba game on Super Nintendo. I don't care, dude. I will play that game for 4,600 hours for 10 million.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I feel like
yes.
I feel like you'd want to pull your face off after the first month.
Probably. I'd probably need therapy at the end. But that's not quite my answer. yeah, I'd be good with it. Maybe really realistically, and I even for $1 million, I'd like give myself 250,000 and then find like 3 buddies just to give the other, 250,000 each to play Helldivers.
Split it up. Oh,
yeah, I'd split up. We just
everybody play it for the full time. Hey, play it with some people and be like, here,
everybody take the year off. Well, because if I take them like 10 million just to play Helldivers, if there's nobody else to play with, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm not good at just playing, by myself in that game at all.
That is an excellent.
Like, I could do it, but like if that's the catch, that'd be terrible. Yeah, I just give some buddies. Hey, buddy,
play with me all the time too.
Yes,
because I think that's how we got connected, because you're big on the Helldivers community and the Salty Nerd podcast. Shout out to those guys.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
I did not think about that, but I would probably be okay with that as well, because I've only put about 20 hours into it, but I love co-op stuff. Like, I've spent thousands of hours playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and it's kind of like that but with a lot more to it. So I'd probably be okay with that as well.
Yeah, why not? Pay some buddies. Like, I'm gonna take the year off, 250,000. I'll be comfortable for a year, bro. And if it's 10 million, it's like, well, that 2.5 million each. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Let's play this game for a year.
That is,
or at least jump on with me. Jump on with me for a few hours every day or whenever you can.
That I didn't even think about, like, splitting it to get some people to play with you. That is an excellent idea and a great answer.
Cool.
So yeah, Helldivers 2. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys have already played it for probably that many hours.
I wish. I think I'm getting close to 600 hours.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if you had to put a number to how many hours you've already played Helldivers 2, would you be able to? So about 600.
Yeah, in my mind, I've played it for thousands of hours, but real life time, about 600 now.
Okay, nice. So, what level have you got to 150?
I'm 137 right now.
Okay, you're getting close. They haven't increased the
I'm
level
on the
cap
home
yet,
stretch almost. Not yet. Yeah. There's a lot of people at 150 now, though.
Yeah. So
that takes a good chunk of time to get there.
Yeah, because I'm assuming it's kind of like one of the biggest taking the wind out of the sails is when I was going for the level 100 achievement in Gears of War 2, because level 50 is not halfway there. Level 50 is only like 10% of the way there, because every level gets like exponentially more XP required to level up. So if I remember correctly, getting to level 100 in Gears 2, halfway was like level 78. If you were to do it by experience and not by level. So I know it's probably not to that extreme, but it's similar, where every level takes more, a lot more XP than the last level. So getting from 137 to 150 is probably still going to take a while.
Yeah. I mean, but it's good. I mean, there's content, being added to the game. We just got another big content drop, right, with the cave systems. I'm looking forward to playing that at some point this week.
The fact that they're constantly updating it.
Xbox is now in, so I mean, that was huge. That was a huge gaming.
I haven't looked at it, but I'm assuming that the player base numbers spiked when it released on Xbox a week or so ago.
It got to like 390,000 The
Nice.
day it launched. We were down to like 50s. We're down to like 40 to 50,000 during the day, and it just shot up to almost 400,000 again.
That's
That was
awesome.
awesome. Now it's
So
staying around 200,000 every day too, though. So good numbers.
nice.
Good to see.
Yeah, and the fact that they're constantly updating with new content, so over the course of the year, you're getting new stuff as well. So that is an excellent answer. I wish I would have thought of something along those lines. So good answer. Nightmare, what about you? What's a game that you would play for 10 hours or 12 hours a day for 10 million?
So I had to think about this one because if I had to play it for a whole year, I don't want to play something I like because I'm going to get sick of it. If it's like Arkham or something. I don't want to get burned out on something I love. And this basically sounds like a job. So I realized what kinds of games are basically a second job? And well, that's MMOs.
Okay.
So I ended up just going with an MMO that seems not too irritating.
Final Fantasy 14.
So
I've heard it's pretty
Final
good.
Fantasy 14. Yep, never played it. I own it, but I've never played it. So, here's a little gameplay. But yeah, I figure something like this might work. But yeah, I've never played an MMO in my life. So
okay, I played. The only one that I've like when you said, "Hey, have you played any MMOs?" The only one I would say that I played was Star Wars: The Old Republic because I put a good amount of time into that one when it first launched. I did play WoW for one day because me and my buddy, he's like, "Hey, come over to my place and we'll play for a day and see how high we can get you." So we played like all day for one day, but that's all I played of WoW. But I played Old Republic for a while, so that an MMO also did not even cross my mind as a type of game, but that would also probably keep you pretty busy for a good long period of time without having to run out of too much content.
yeah, someone also once told me Final Fantasy 14 is a good way to meet girls. I don't know if I believe them.
I don't know if any game is really a good way to meet women, but
I mean, it was a girl who told me this, so
okay, well, fair enough.
Maybe she was trying to tell you something.
Yeah, I was
right? Yeah.
No, she was married.
Okay.
Well, not married, but
Okay.
like she had kids. Like she literally met the dude she was with on Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, interesting.
That's cool. That's a pretty cool story.
So
Final Fantasy Tinder.
If if I was to get into an MMO, I'd probably just get back into the Old Republic since
That makes
I
sense.
basically stopped playing it before the first expansion came out. So there's just been so much stuff added to it since I played. So if I was to go with an MMO, it'd probably be the Old Republic since I like sci-fi over fantasy. So, but yeah, I've heard 14 is pretty good. But given my style of game, it's not an MMO, but I've heard that I would probably like Final Fantasies 15 and 16 because they've definitely gone more of the like real-time action hack and slash.
I loved Final Fantasy 16, so I think if you could stick to it, because I know you're not I don't think you're like a huge RPG guy outside of like Mass Effect, which is fairly linear.
Mass Effect and Elder Scrolls, I do like that.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah, if you can do Elder Scrolls, then yeah, you might be able to get through Final Fantasy 16. But yeah, if you can stick with it, it is really, really fun.
Okay. It's not very high on the priority list, but if I do get into Final Fantasy at some point, because I've never played a Final Fantasy game, that's probably where I'd start, or maybe the 7 remake, because I've heard good things about that. And they added a non-turn-based combat to that, so that's a bonus in my book.
I started playing remake.
Yeah, I don't like turn-based either.
I like it.
Rinzler, you said Rebirth?
No, I've been playing the remake. I haven't gotten to Rebirth yet.
Oh, okay.
Remake's pretty fun. It is actually pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah, remake and Rebirth are fun. I still think that 16 has the better gameplay though. So
okay.
But as far as turn-based, I know you say you don't like turn-based. I still do highly recommend Expedition 33. Just throwing it out.
Everyone does. I looked up the gameplay, and I mean, it looks like a fancier version of the Mario and Luigi combat, which is it's okay, but I don't think it's something I'd ever jump at.
You mean the what is that?
Mario and Luigi RPG, like Superstar Saga and Partners in Time.
Okay,
Brothership is the most recent
those crazy things.
Yeah,
the
Brothership
Rabbids,
is the new one.
The Mario Rabbids.
Those,
No,
that's a completely separate one. That's the like the turn-based strategy.
Okay.
No,
that's basically the Mario XCOM.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like
Expedition 33,
Mario.
like the Gotcha. All right. Well, the turn-based, I really, even though I don't play it very often, the turn-based games, but I thought it was a pretty cool, twist they put on it with the parrying and all
Yeah,
that.
it
Not saying
just it
that's like
looks
the
like a
first time
very
it's been out there.
yeah, it looks like a very fancy version of what they do in the Mario and Luigi games. So
Yeah, I've heard
Okay.
nothing but good things
Okay.
about it. I've been tempted,
Yeah.
but I've got
Story's
so many
great.
other games that I know I'd rather play. But if I
Yeah,
was to
sure.
give like another turn-based RPG a shot, it would probably be Expedition 33 because it looks like it's a very action-oriented turn-based RPG.
Story and the writing are just peak, man. Just great.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. So, um, let's go with Ryan, and then I'll finish this off for this one. So, Ryan, is there a game that you'd play for 12 hours a day? Fallout 76?
Nope. Not Fallout 76.
you don't want that
All right.
Lightwood Laminate?
It's in the genre though. So what I would actually pick is the longest running MMO that I actually started playing, and it would be Dungeons and Dragons Online because it came out in February
Oh.
28th, 2006, which means it has more content and it's still live to this day than Star Wars: The Old Republic and Fallout 76 combined.
Wow.
And you could literally play that for probably a year and just grind on your own and play it by yourself and just never actually get bored because it is that drastic. But I remember when that game came out, I was fresh off playing Star Wars Galaxies. That was the first one I actually played for an MMO.
I always wanted to play it, but I never got a chance to.
And I had two friends that myself and this other friend, we never really had actually knew anything about Dungeons and Dragons, and we actually had a friend who invited us over um to basically play the Star Wars D&D, tabletop
The
version, right?
tabletop, okay.
Yeah, so
Nice.
actual tabletop. And he was like, you guys would probably like D&D. And I'm like, all right. So we started playing that, and I liked it. And then of course,
Nice.
so I kind of opened the door to it, and I started playing Star Wars Galaxies, and I was like, all right, then I want to play D&D online because I was still in the military over in Europe, and I didn't get discharged from the U.S. Army in Germany until the end of July. I'm sorry, mid-July. So it came out right before I left, and I was like, all right, I want to play this too. So I started playing it, and I still have my same account to this day. And I haven't really played it as much as I would like to, and because it was meant to be something that I was going to play with friends, and we all kind of went our own separate ways, and we kind of did different things and stuff like that. But I still have my original account, and I want to continue it, and I think I eventually am going to get back into those live streams, even if it's just on my own. But yeah, D&D Online is the longest running MMORPG that I actually have to my name. If Star Wars Galaxies was still around, that would be the longest running one. So,
Okay. What how long has it been since you last played D&D online?
um, since I actually played it, a couple of years.
Okay.
I update it periodically and make sure it still works, and it does still work. It is finicky on with the RTX though. 40 50 40 70 40 50 no 40 50. We talked about this earlier, Knightmare and I did on my stream. Yeah, it is a little finicky with the RTX graphics cards. So it's kind of hit or miss. It wasn't working a couple months ago when I tried to play it and like try to check it, and then I think I checked it just like a couple weeks ago, and it started working again. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Pick a lane. It's just you can't use a controller. It's all keyboard though. It's all keyboard. So yeah, if you want to play it, you got to play it the keyboard way.
Okay. All right.
It is free. It's on Steam and it is free.
Oh, good to know. Free to play. Cool. All right. So for my answer to this, because I do most of my gaming solo, I was thinking mainly of solo stuff. So like MMOs and co-op games didn't really, but I was like, basically nothing that I've put a lot of time into, because like Mass Effect 3, I've played the co-op on that like a ton, but even though I've got over 1,000 hours in it, adding another 4,600 in a year, I would get burned out on it. So I wouldn't want to do something that I already have a ton of time in. So it'd have to be something like I'm interested in, but haven't put a lot of time in, but has a lot to do in it. So there's a couple of things I thought of. So like my number one most hours in a single game was Destiny 1, but I've never played Destiny 2. So I thought Destiny 2 could be an answer. Because that one also takes a long time to do everything. So that was a thought. Another one that's like a big open game with lots of stuff to do that I could play with people is No Man's Sky. I think I'm going to like that when I get into it. But I've only played it for about an hour so far, but that could potentially be it. A strictly single player game that has no multiplayer aspect that this would finally give me a chance to dive into it. And I'm looking forward to playing because I heard how good it is. The Witcher 3. But even how long it is, I could get burned out on that game.
Yes.
Because it is, even though it's a very long game, for 4,600 hours, I could still get burned out on it. So I'm not sure about that. So the last two here it would probably be one of these next two. And the next one here is basically, well, I would say a derivative, but from what dude told me, it came out before Destiny, but it's in that same vein. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it when I get into it. And that's Warframe. And dude's put more time into Warframe than Destiny. And he says he doesn't regret putting his time into Warframe like he does in Destiny. So I have a feeling I'm going to like Warframe when I really get into it. And there's lots to do in that one. So that one could keep me occupied for 4,600 hours. So that one, it's a toss-up between that one and this one. This next one is one that I have put about 150 hours into. And I've barely scratched the surface. And people have played this game for thousands of hours. And I've loved every second that I played this game. And it would probably be my number one pick. So I would probably have to say Satisfactory. So I haven't played it since last year, but it's basically limitless. It's like a more adult version. And I don't mean adult as in like mature, like not for kids. Like it's perfectly fine for kids, but it's not so basically where I was going with that is more adult version of Minecraft because it's basically got no end in sight. Although there is a goal that you can work to, but you don't have to. You can just do whatever the heck you want in it, but it doesn't look like a children's game like Minecraft does. I don't know how to play Minecraft, but I know how to play Satisfactory. And I've put about 150 hours in and I've loved every second of it. So that's probably the one where I've already put in a good chunk of time. And I would probably have no problem with putting another giant chunk of time into that game, just getting really good at just building. Because I've been in the Satisfactory Reddit, and it's amazing like what people have built in that game. Because people put like they're amazingly beautiful, gorgeous builds. It's like you and I are not playing the same game. And of course, these people have thousands of hours in the game because they're just like so like meticulous at making everything just look perfect. And that would finally give me the chance to actually beat the game number one, because there's 4 phases in the game, and I've gotten to like phase 3 like twice, both times I played it. And then because phase 4 is like longer than phases 1 through 3 combined, like times 2. So that's kind of where I've gotten to phase 4. And I'm kind of overwhelmed just because how long it's going to take to complete phase 4. And I've already put like 100 hours into it just to get to phase 4. So I would finally get the chance to finally complete the story, which is because all the things that you build then become ingredients for more complicated things to build, as is with most crafting games. And so it just gets ridiculous on what it requires to meet the requirements to complete phase 4 and complete the game. So this will give me the time to do that. And I could also start becoming really good at building my factories and making them look really nice. Because I'm all about function over, like, what's the term? It's like efficiency.
Fashion, function over
yes,
fashion.
fashion and function. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I'm all about function over fashion. So my factories do well, but they're just like a big gray box. They're not interesting to look at. So putting 4,600 hours into this game, I could get good at making good factories and also making them look really nice. So that would probably be my number one answer, would be Satisfactory. And you can also play it entirely in co-op as well, which I've never done, but I've always wanted to. So that's probably the game that I would be most inclined to play for 4,600 hours over the course of a year for getting paid a good chunk of change. And thanks to Rinzler idea, I could, split that up with some other people and be like, hey, come play Satisfactory with me for lots of hours. And I know a lot of
Yeah,
people
that
who are
does sound
big fans of Satisfactory as well, who would be happy to take me up on that offer.
Is that the game where you, I mean, obviously it's in the name, but you have like all the different like conveyor belts and different mechanical devices to, collect resources and stuff.
Yes. So you
I think I've
basically
seen videos about it. Look pretty cool.
the game starts off, you come down to this planet from like a drop pod, and you basically have nothing except for your little building tool. And so you have to start putting like mining devices on resource nodes, and then use those nodes to build stuff. And then you use that stuff to build other stuff. And you have to go around the map to find different types of resources, and then have conveyor belts going all over the place to bring them to the factories that you've built. So you have the right, and you have to do a lot of math. There's a bunch of websites for like, is like, oh, I want to build this item and I want to have 10 of them per minute. So these websites would be like, all right, if you want to build 10 of these a minute, this is how many of each of the constructors you're going to need. And this is how many of each resource you're going to need, at a however many per minute. So there's lots of math involved. There's lots of spreadsheets in this game, which is not a bad thing in my book, because I like spreadsheets, and I'm not particularly fond of math, but fortunately the websites do all that for you. But I do like spreadsheets. So, there's these websites that help you design your factories and be like, all right, you need this many nodes of this many, because the nodes also come in different tiers. So the higher the tier of node, the more resources you get out of it per minute. And you also have to have, different tiers of mining devices that can actually extract higher amounts of resources. And you need to have the conveyor belts, because there's different tier conveyor belts, where like the level 1 conveyor belt is like 60 units per minute, and then like the top tier, like level 6 or 7 conveyor belt is like 1,500 units per minute. So you have to have all the right tiers of stuff all go into the right places, and you may accidentally put the wrong conveyor belt somewhere, and you're like, why am I not getting enough resources? And you're like, oh, I put a level 2 conveyor belt there instead of a level 3. And so it's a lot of fun, and I love that type of like planning it out in your head and stuff like that. So I love that game, and I'm looking forward to getting back to it at some point and finally finishing it off. So this was actually happening, it would give me a great excuse to do that. So shout out to Gaming with Dave for that topic. That was a fun one. So, all right. So next topic on the agenda is, let's see, did I write anything? I don't know what gave me this idea. I think I just came up with this one off the top of my head not too long ago. And, because I was looking through games and I was like, oh, this is a trilogy, but I only played 2 of the games. Why is that? So I was like, oh, that'd be a great topic for party chat. So this one is, what's a trilogy of games that you've played at least one game of, but you didn't play all of them, and why not? So I actually was looking through, and I was like, there's actually quite a few series of games where I haven't played all of them in the trilogy. But what sparked this question was the Metro games, Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. That's 1 and 2. And the third one's Metro Exodus. I never bothered with Metro Exodus, but I did play 1 and 2. They were okay, but I just wasn't really that invested in it. So I never bothered to play the third one. And funny thing is, I actually played them out of order because they were all on Game Pass and they left in the reverse order. So the second game, Last Light, left Game Pass first. So I played that one first. And then shortly after it, the first one, which is Metro 2033, left Game Pass. So I played that one. And then sometime down the road, Metro Exodus left, but I'm like, I'm not invested in this series enough to play the third one. So I may at some point, but it's not I wasn't really pulled into it. So that's why I never finished the Metro games. But I've got a couple other ones to talk about. But curious to hear from you guys, what's a trilogy of games where you've played, but you never played all of them? And why didn't you play all of them? So Knightmare, what do you got?
All right, so this one may be a little surprising or interesting to some people. So my answer is The Witcher.
Speaking of The Witcher.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't really have a strong reason why. I played the first one. I own all 3.
I was going to say, which ones have you played?
Yeah, so I played the very first one because, obviously if you're going to play something, you might as well start at the beginning. So, started with the first one, which I know the gameplay is much better in 2 and 3. The first one is like this weird kind of almost Diablo-like point and clicky style, the way I remember it.
Okay.
So you're pretty much like pointing and clicking on everything you want to do, all your actions and stuff. At least That's how I remember it. This was a long time ago. It was all right. I guess maybe just the story didn't really click with me, or it wasn't interesting enough. But for whatever reason, like I completed the entire game. The most memorable part of it was all the sex cards. I remember acquiring. I think I got all of them, and I remember telling a friend of mine who was a big Witcher fan, because like I was telling him how I was doing while I was playing through the game, and I remember telling him, if only acquiring these cards were this easy in real life. But I remember doing that, and I finished the game. I don't remember a ton, and then I just never really got around to playing 2 or 3, and I don't know. I just never really felt motivated to. So
okay, I've put a little bit of time into 2 and 3 because I've started them to put them on my gamer tag. So I have the 360 version of Witcher 2, and I have the Xbox One version of Witcher 3. But I don't own any version of Witcher 1, so that's the only one I technically haven't played since it was.
They're all on GOG. They're all on GOG because CD Projekt owns both GOG and CD Projekt Red. So
that is true. So if the Witcher remake ever comes out before I finally get around to playing the Witcher 2 and 3, I'll probably start with the remake and then do 2 and 3.
That would be a good idea. They'll probably remove the cards though.
Most likely.
But So and when I played this, it must have been at least 10 years since I played it. So
yeah, because that game's been around a while. I remember when
I
didn't really know about Witcher until Witcher 2, but I heard that Witcher 1 was really difficult.
Yeah, I think I played this around the time Witcher 3 came out. So
okay, yeah, that came out. I think that Witcher 3 came out in like 2015.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2015 because it was the same year as Arkham Knight.
Okay, and Witcher 1 came out in 2007.
Yeah, so I played Witcher 1 around 2015.
Okay, so it's been good. Yeah, about 10 years ago. So
yep,
nailed it. Okay. Rinzler, what about you? You got any trilogies where you never bothered to finish the whole thing? Do we lose you again?
I think so.
Nope. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, you're there.
Out for me for a second there.
Put your penis away, man. Come on, do
it. All right. So a trilogy that I never finished, and it kind of bothers me. It's probably the one that bothers me the most. Never finishing. And I have like the remasters, the originals. And every time I start playing it, something happens where I either play another game or I just, don't finish it. But it's the BioShock trilogy.
Okay.
I just really want to finish that, man. And I played the first one. I got, I think I got a pretty good distance through it. Never finished it. And then I started playing the second one, just kind of cutting corners there, right? But I wanted to see what the second was about. Really cool. And then I got the third one. Again, started playing that one, just checking it out, and just never finished them, man. I'm like, and it's always in my library, so I'm always like, oh, I really got to go back and freaking, play those games and just give them the true playthrough that they deserve, I think, But yeah, it really kind of bothers me that I just didn't. I've watched videos, about them breaking down the psychology and like the story references in them, and it's like, man, it's so cool, the writing that went into that and all the little details, but just never, made the time to finish them.
So you've played a chunk of each one of them, but you haven't finished any of them.
Yep.
That's funny.
And there's such cool games too,
So that's funny because they're not terribly long games either.
No, I don't think they are.
So. No, they're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of probably around 12 hours.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steampunk Games. Yeah, the BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite are actually steampunk games. Kind of like Fallout is an atom punk game. So it's basically the propulsion that powers the world and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, you should really. I have the remastered versions that I want to play. I hear you on that one. So yeah,
right.
You should. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just say, so I pulled it up on how long to beat and just look at the main story. BioShock 1, 12 hours, BioShock 2, 10 and a half, and BioShock Infinite, 11 and a half. So yeah, they're not terribly long games.
Yeah.
Right. But it's funny you mentioned that because BioShock is also on that list for me where I played the first one. I played it like 2 or 3 times, but I haven't played 2 or 3 yet. I do own the remastered trilogy. So, and I have dived them, so I've got the first achievement in each one. It's basically meaning at some point I will go and play through them. I don't know when, but I will be playing through the whole trilogy because I was like, you got to do all 3 of them at some point. I was like, all right, and I got because like the BioShock remastered collection has gone on sale like many times for like $10 or even less. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. So
also, just for the record, if you don't know about BioShock Infinite,
what about it?
YouTube will be very grumpy about that. So if you know, you know.
Oh,
I don't know. So well, you can tell
Funny
me about
enough,
it.
Infinite
Actually,
is the only one I've played.
You don't know about
all right.
certain people in cages.
I do
It's
not.
been a long time, man.
No.
So
All I remember is that there was a lot of porn of Elizabeth.
I did not know that.
That's not in the game. That was online from weirdos.
Though I still think she looks better before the costume change.
I'm just gonna say this.
I just know I had a huge crush on her voice actress back in the day.
Let's just say this. The 1950s and 60s were rough for a very certain demographic of Americans because they were called
Okay.
You're referring to a certain demographic that is 13% of the population but commits 50% of the crimes.
Yes, that game is based on a lot of that, and there are a lot. There are a lot of the. There are a lot of the other slurs that are not the N-word slur. So
I did not know that.
Oh yeah,
So
interesting.
Something to look forward to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
So if you stream that game,
Well, that's
I
good to
wasn't
know.
planning on streaming it.
oh, I was going
So be
to
careful
eventually
streaming.
one day. Just know that
Yeah.
YouTube
well,
is going to be
now
very.
I'm tempted.
Let's see how fast we can get banned.
Those darn primate looking people, supposedly in the game, as they refer to them, quote
Holy crap.
MONKEYS. Yeah.
All
You're just
right.
saying an animal. That's it.
No,
So,
it's not the actual animal.
Ryan, what about you? What's your answer to this question?
Well, mine is going to be something that is drastically less racist. Not as the game is racist or it's making an opinion. It's actually it's like taking dystopian because again, BioShock is dystopian, and I love the fact that they did that.
Right.
My pick is going to be is Dragon Age, the not the Veil Guard, Inquisition.
Okay, that was the third one, right?
Yeah, that was the third one. I tried to play it. I wanted to punch my face off because it was more like 2 than it was Dragon Age Origins, which is one of the most incredible games in the history of the world. And I was like, I don't want to play this. This fucking sucks. It's gay. It's quite frankly, it crashes, and it's like you run. It did this weird thing too, where you had to run through these like mazes of section. You didn't fight through them. You had to like run through them. And I was like, what is this? Like, what is like the old will kind of like, thing where like a video game where like you have a car game, like somebody's like winding and it's like, oh, ooh, the car goes this way and then it goes this way. And it's like, it was stupid. The portals between worlds were fucking retarded. It was really just stupid. And I'm sure it's probably, they might have changed it. But Dragon Age Origins was a massive, horrendous hit, just drastically. Dragon Age 2, big hit. Dragon Age Inquisition was kind of a hit that everyone like going, I kind of like it. Okay, it's kind of like maybe the Force Awakens. Like, I liked it. It was fun. I don't know. Maybe I could play something else. And then you have Veilguard that quite frankly just humped the bunk. And everybody went going, you know what? I don't care anymore. And yes, Inquisition and Veilguard came out so drastically after the fact of the original 2 games, right? So you had Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2. Inquisition came out 10 years later.
I know Origins and 2 were 360 games, and Inquisition was the Xbox One game, so it would have also been PS3 and PS4.
It was no Inquisition was at the end of the PS3, the very end, and it was barely so it was at the end of the shelf life, and then you had Veilguard that came out again a decade
After that, yeah.
So I'm like, what are you guys doing? What in the Fraggle Rock? Are you guys like fucking high? Are you stupid? BioWare, you had some of the best games in the history of the planet, and you just you want, you know what? That we're just gonna shit in our hands.
You know, all the people that made those great games aren't at BioWare anymore. So
no.
Yeah,
So.
that's it.
Okay. As for myself, I'll run through a few of them. So like the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I did 1 and 2, but I never bothered with 3. Doom 1 and 2, I haven't played Doom 3. And also the recent ones. I've 100% of Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. I have not yet played Dark Ages, but I will be playing that soon. I just haven't gotten around to it. What I was playing earlier today on stream, Borderlands. I only did Borderlands 1 and 2, but I will be doing 3 and pre-sequel as Jason and I make our way through the Borderlands games. The Machine games, Wolfenstein games. I played Old Blood and New Order, but I never played New Colossus. I may still do that at some point. I just haven't decided yet. The main reason why I didn't do that is because some of the achievements are like stupid difficult.
I assume you'll be playing Youngblood as well.
I will not be playing Youngblood.
Ew.
I have it, but no, I will not be playing it. I only have it because I got it for free.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter how bad a game is. If it's for free, I will redeem the license so I have access to it, even if I have no intentions of ever playing it.
I think I got Star Wars Outlaws for free with my graphics card.
I have Star Wars Outlaws, and that's because Jason gave it to me.
Nice.
Because we were talking about it on Top 5 one time. It's like, it's a Star Wars game, so I'll play it eventually. He's like, I have a code. You want it? I'm like, sure. So I did not have to buy it.
If anybody wants to send me the code, I will suffer. I played Dustborn, so I mean, send it to me.
It's probably a step up from Dustborn, especially with all the improvements they made to it since launch. I'm not going to say it's a good game, but it's definitely better.
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I've heard it's slowly getting better. Like,
so by the time James gets to it,
I've heard good
by
things.
the time
so
James
far.
gets to it on Gifted Games, it might actually be playable.
I know he has played it. Was that on?
He played it on
roulette?
like a gifted roulette. Yeah.
Okay. And then another one I got here is the BioShock 1. I never bothered with 2 or 3 because I thought BioShock 1 was okay. I didn't think it was as great as everyone said it was, so I never bothered. But I will play those ones.
Hi, Ariel.
Hey Ariel, how's it going? Darksiders. I only played the first one. I was wanted to get around to 2 and 3. I just never did. But I also have acquired those, and I will be playing through that whole trilogy of games at some point as well. I have them on my tag, so I will be playing them.
I need to play those at some point, but I've been waiting for. I think did they finally announce Darksiders 4 officially? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been waiting basically for Darksiders 4 either announced or to come out, or basically some hard confirmation of that they're gonna give us an ending to Darksiders before I start the series. Because the worst thing is when you start a series, you know how you might like start a series and then you find out that you're not getting an ending, and it's like well, now I just feel kind of cheated.
Something.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like Darksiders 1. The reason why I didn't play it is because my roommate, because I played, in college, my roommate got Darksiders, and he's like, "Oh, you should try it. You'll probably like it." So I played it and I liked it. Then he played Darksiders 2, and he's like, "I didn't like Darksiders 2." So because of him, I never played Darksiders 2. But I've heard that Darksiders 2 is actually pretty good from a lot of other people. It's Darksiders 3 that a lot of people say is not great, but I think I might like Darksiders 3 the best because I've heard it's arguably a Metroidvania. We'll see. But I will be playing all 3 of them.
There's
a
well.
spin-off called Darksiders Genesis, and it's a top-down twin-stick shooter. And I have played that one, but it has Darksiders on it, but it plays very different than the other ones.
I think it's a prequel or something.
Where it falls in the timeline, I have no idea. But I did 100% it before it left Game Pass.
Jeez.
I am looking forward to playing through all through the Darksiders games at some point, and I'll be playing through the first one again since it's been probably close to 15 years since I played it. Turok, and that's because I had it on N64, but I never had Turok 2 or 3. I have the Night Dive remasters, and I've dived those as well, so I'll be doing all 3 of those Turoks at some point.
Nice. Love Turok, man.
I like
Looking forward to
Turok
the
1.
new
I just
too.
never had a chance to play 2 or 3 back in the day, but now that you can get them for super cheap, I was like, yeah, I'll pick up the Turok Night Dive Remastered Collection for a couple bucks. So I picked that
Yeah.
up a while back. Looking forward to playing through all of them.
2 was good. 2 was good. 3 got a little interesting, but
Okay.
still good.
And then it's funny because the only game in this franchise, it's been around a long time, I've played is Shadow Warrior 3, and it was the recent one. And I played it because it was on Game Pass. It was a pretty quick completion. And most people hate on it, but I rather enjoyed it. It played a lot like Doom Eternals. So I don't know why so many
Neo,
people
the thing
hated
about I've played all 3. The thing is, 3 is the worst in the series.
That's what
So
everyone
if
says, but I liked it.
So a big part of it is more like the plot and the actor. They changed out the voice actor for 3. That was a big part of like the humor in the first 2 is that the voice actor for 1 and 2 is like a white guy doing the most offensively stereotypical like Chinese accent.
Okay.
And then in 3rd, they just got like an actual Asian guy to do his normal voice, and it's just not as fun. So if you like 3, definitely play 1 because 1 plays a lot like, I think 1 plays a lot like Doom 2016.
Okay, that's a good
and then Shadow Warrior 2 is in a lot of ways even better, but it's got more of like a semi free roam setup to it. So definitely try 1 and 2 if you get a chance because they are way better.
Okay, I don't own them, but I will keep an eye out for them. But yeah, it's like I didn't have any problem with Shadow
By the way,
Warrior 3,
Ariel,
but I haven't
Ryan
played
already
any of the
brought
other
up
ones.
GoldenEye multiple times.
Yeah, early on in the stream. So, but
Because
yeah, I
was
just played.
right.
I played Shadow Warrior 3 because it was on Game Pass and it was a pretty quick completion, and so that's why that's the only one I played. And then lastly is Dark Souls 1, and that's about all that needs to be said about that. I was not a big fan of it, so I have no desire to play Dark Souls 2 or 3, but it is up to the fans if I do play Darksiders 2 or 3, because I said after I finished Darksiders 1, or not Darksiders, Dark Souls. Did I say Darksiders? I meant Dark Souls.
Yeah, you did.
That is what I.
Where's the vote for that?
It's because I played that and I was not a fan of it. Fortunately, I had Dude to help guide me because he is a big fan of it, but I was not a big fan of that. So that's why I was like, not much needs to be said about that. But at the end of Dark Souls, I did say, because some people like watching me suffer through that, namely Paul, I said that if someone gifts me Dark Souls 2, and it has to be in the correct order because I'm not going to jump to 3. So if they want to continue, it'll be Dark Souls 2. Someone has to gift it to me on Xbox, and then I will play Dark Souls 2 and then 3. But they got to be gifted to me on Xbox, and then I will continue the Dude Souls at some point. So it's up to people. It's up to the people if I continue that, but I have no desire to play the rest of them. So, yeah, there's a bunch of series that I have not played all of them. So, what they got Mel Blanc to do the miso. Sorry, Squadron is SQARDRON. But the Rogue Squadron, yeah. So, that I didn't even think about that. That is also another one where I played Rogue Squadron on N64, great game, and then Rogue Leader on GameCube.
Great game.
Excellent game. I think that was my number 2 when we ranked Star Wars games behind Jedi Academy was Rogue Leader. I never played Rebel Strike, the third one. That was also on GameCube. So that's another one where I didn't play all 3 of them. I heard that it was nowhere near as good, but I do look forward to playing it at some point. So,
we need another Rogue Squadron.
Absolutely. Game. I would love to see the Rogue Squadron game get revived, but not under Disney. No Star Wars games under Disney, under real Star Wars. So I would rather not get anything than more Star Wars from Disney. But if it was continued in the vein of the Rogue Squadron games, I would absolutely adore that. So, hello, Tyler, over on, I'm going to say that's not one of Knightmare's channels, but hello, Tyler. Welcome. So, all right. So, last topic for the night is, as usual, our favorite game from the next year on the agenda, and that is favorite game of 2009. And this was the topic that Knightmare's like, oh, are you talking about 2009? Yeah, sure, I'll be on the panel. So I'll go ahead and let you kick us off with your favorite game of 2009. So what I'd like to do is go around, each person give us your favorite game of 2009, and then after we each get our top favorite, then we'll talk about other favorites from 2009. So Knightmare, why don't you kick us off with what your favorite game is of 2009, which I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'll go ahead and let you do the honors.
Yeah, this one should be pretty obvious.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Yep. Batman Arkham Asylum, the game that started it all.
Took me a while
I
to
love
come
this
around on
game.
it, but
Hey, Lou.
great game.
Really?
Yeah, that was a
Really?
good
Because I
game. That was a
remember
good game.
before it came out, this was back when I had a PS3. There was a demo. I was playing the demo up until this game came out, and the demo was just like a couple of the segments from the early part of the game. But it gives you like a combat segment, a predator segment. It's really fun. And then the game finally comes out, and I was just obsessed with this game. I remember making my dad drive me to Walmart to buy it. And this was the PS3 version, so it also had the exclusive like Batsuit play as the Joker maps.
Oh, I heard
and all
about that
that.
just recently on
Yeah.
a video.
You can get all. Well, I'm not sure about the Batsuit, but you can get the play as the Joker DLC on PC now.
Okay.
It's a mod, but it is
That makes sense.
available. And yeah, this is the game that kickstarted it all. Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, they're in it. The writing is amazing. Paul Dini. You know, this game just does so much stuff right. Probably my one and only real complaint is that Alfred is not in the game.
Oh,
That's
we've talked
basically
about
it.
that. I think when you
Yeah.
were on open mic for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, this is one of those games where I can genuinely say this game probably changed my life. Just because of how obsessed I am with it.
And it's amazing given how like no one had any expectations for it, because up till this point, like Batman games were considered to be pretty terrible in general. So the fact
Yeah,
that
they were
made,
pretty
such an
lame.
amazing Batman game.
Yeah, so there was Batman Begins was they were
I've heard
okay
that's
because
not bad, but I haven't played it.
Yeah, Batman Begins is okay. Batman Vengeance is also not terrible. Batman Vengeance is way too hard though. But yeah, Begins is all right.
What was Vengeance
and
on? I don't even know. I think I've heard of that game.
Vengeance was like PS2, GameCube, so same as Begins for the most part, but it was a couple of years earlier. Vengeance was based on the animated series, of course. Begins was based on the movie. There was supposed to be a Dark Knight game based on the movie in 2008 that got canceled because it was supposed to be made by Pandemic Brisbane, who were owned by EA, and EA being EA, they killed the studio.
Yeah.
So that game never happened. But then a year later, we get Arkham Asylum, and it's the greatest thing ever, at least at the time.
So yeah,
No, it's still
it is a great game. Like it took me a while to come around on the game because I didn't like it at first. Because my main issue was like I'm giant hulking Batman. Like I should be able to take out these thugs in like one or two punches each. Why is it taking me like 16 punches to take out one dude? So once I got over that, then I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, you have to get used to the fact that Batman is, after all, Batman and not, Superman. So despite how strong he is, the thugs are also pretty big and muscular, so he's not gonna be able to punch them out.
That was the thing. It's like we're in essentially a prison. Why is everyone so jacked?
I mean, you're in a prison, isn't that?
I don't know. I've never been to prison, so I wouldn't.
Well, me neither. But that's like the whole prison stereotype is that those guys are always getting jacked, and that too. These guys are from the actual prison.
If I were in prison,
yeah,
just saying, if I were in prison, I'd be getting jacked.
Do you get enough nutrients to get jacked?
I'd want to be the biggest guy around.
I don't know about that, but like they spend all their time exercising, so the stereotype goes. Plus, the thugs are from
it's really not hard. The human body is actually extremely resilient, by the way.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that the thugs are from Blackgate Prison. They're not from Arkham Asylum. They were transferred over.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got over that, I really enjoyed it. City is my favorite, but all three of them are great games. 4.
It's tough for me to pick a favorite.
I like Origins.
Origins is my least favorite, but the other three, there's something special about each of them. So I don't have I can't pick one.
Yeah. So, all right. So, yep, that's what I figured. Great game. So, let's see. What about you, Rinzler? What's your favorite game from 2009?
Angry Birds, obviously. No. I was, man, it's like it was just like a DLC. Yeah, no, it was a DLC added in 2009 to the game that I really liked, but it also came with like updated graphics. But it's Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah, Escape from Butcher Bay came out in 2004, but they came
So
out with
Assault on Dark Athena.
the second kind of story on it. Assault on Dark Athena. Sorry, yep.
Was it?
And,
I was like, I just
but
talking
I really
to someone
honestly
about that on open mic.
I'm
Was that
only-
you that we were talking about?
yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
was
why.
me, man. Yeah, such a good game, dude. But I think that was, you have Halo 3 ODST also coming out that year, but I think where my heart really was with Escape from Butcher Bay and Assault on Dark Athena. Just playing as Riddick, man, that was just such a cool experience, and I wish they'd done more with that series.
We talked about it kind of at length on open mic, but yeah, that's one of those like
Mhm.
games that is, from what I hear, is criminally underrated for being a movie-based game.
Criminally.
It's actually really good, and
Pun
yeah,
intended.
unintentionally, it's really good. So
Criminally
yeah,
underrated.
because you corroborated what I had previously heard about the game. I haven't. It's in the back of my mind, so I'll pick it up and play it at some point. It's just I have not done that yet. So
Oh yeah,
but that's a good
yeah, for sure, dude.
deep cut. There we go. That's the term I was looking for. So yeah, it's Assault on Dark Athena, because you let me know that the Assault on Dark Athena
Just play.
is
I
basically a
mean,
new game,
yeah,
but it has the original Butcher Bay within it, right?
right. Yes,
So it's basically two games for
yes.
one.
Yeah, they developed like a new. Yes, exactly. It was amazing when it came out with that, man. It was so cool. I think it even had like a short film that came out with it, but God, that game was Escape from Butcher Bay was just amazing, dude. Just so cool. The intro with it, and then how the story goes, playing as Riddick. The stealth gameplay, even the like the first person like fighting when you're fighting against guys, and like you're collecting shivs. All you're going through trying to find like the coolest, next like sharpest, badass looking like shiv that you can find off of somebody. It was like, yeah, all of it was good. The dialogue, just all of like, Riddick's little like quotes when you're hiding in the darkness. Yeah, just legendary game,
Nice.
really.
Good pick. So, Ariel want to say Ghostbusters, the video game. That's another one that I have in my backlog that I've not played yet, but I've heard it's fantastic. So, and didn't Arkham series also kickstart Spider-Man game? I don't know about that. Maybe Knightmare.
I
does
think
something.
what she's talking about there is the Insomniac games, and yes, I am pronouncing it Insomniac, because they basically, the way those play is they basically rip off Arkham and stick a Spider-Man skin on it. But I mean, Spider-Man had phenomenal games before that. Spider-Man 2 from 2004, for instance, that is an incredible game.
Yeah, I did play the Spider-Man the movie, the game from the first Spider-Man movie.
Neo, fun fact: since you're an Xbox guy, that game has exclusive Xbox levels with Kraven.
Yes, I remember you telling me about that when we were talking about it on open mic.
Yep.
And then the other one that I actually just played this year is Web of Shadows, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, Web of Shadows is good. I just think the voice actor for Spider-Man is terrible.
Okay.
And some of the writing is not great.
So, but Devastator's here. What's up, Devastator? Good to see you. So, what about you, Ryan? What's your favorite game from 2009?
I'm gonna tell you right now. So mine is actually
I was gonna say, do you need some more time?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
Okay.
So yeah, well, I got
It's a good one.
It is. I got out of the U.S. Army, and I wanted to purchase 2 games. And the first one that I wanted to purchase was Uncharted 1. That was 2006. And we don't need to go into the second because it doesn't relate here. But when Uncharted 2 came out, I was, I had a PS3. I was so excited. I was like, the first game was so good. It was fun. It was different. It was a little bit of a Tomb Raider knockoff. I understand that. But it was something that, I enjoyed Tomb Raider, not Legend. Yeah, Legends.
Legend?
Yeah,
I
Legends.
think that was
and
the
then,
first one of the 360 era.
Yeah, Tomb Raider Legends and Tomb Raider Underworld, and then no, sorry, Anniversary, then Underworld, and you had Uncharted, and I was like, it was so much fun. So yeah, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, it did not disappoint. Not even close.
Yeah, it was Legends Anniversary, then Underworld.
So, and you can get, Legends Anniversary and Underworld on Steam.
So, okay, Uncharted 2. Nice. I've always wanted to play the Uncharted games, but since I've never had a PlayStation, I never had the opportunity to. But I would
Neo,
like to.
Yeah.
you can play all
on
of
a
them
list.
on the emulator, as long as you have a pretty solid PC.
Oh, I would assume so.
So,
But
Well, you've
okay.
seen his streams, right? He doesn't have a solid PC, so I'm kidding, you grumpy man. He looked
I
at
know
me, he
you're
was
joking.
like,
No, I didn't give you a look because I know you're joking.
No.
this coming from the guy who had to look up what graphics card he had today.
Lawyered. So
listen up, you know what I'm saying?
So for my favorite game in 2009 was a little Xbox Live arcade game, and is also in my top 5 favorite Metroidvanias of all time. And I credit it as the game that basically brought the genre of Metroidvanias kind of to the forefront, because from the time that the last Metroid game came out, it had been a while, and there really wasn't any other Metroidvanias besides the Metroid games and like Symphony of the Night. And that is Shadow Complex. I love this game so freaking much. I 100%ed it on Xbox Live Arcade, and then they did the remaster on Xbox One, and I 100%ed that one as well. And that's one of my most difficult completed games, because there's an achievement for like beating it with 100% of item collection in under 2 or 3 hours on the insane difficulty. So I just pulled up my top 5 Metroidvanias. It's my number 3. I love this game so much, and I cannot talk enough good stuff about Shadow Complex. So that is, there are a lot of other good stuff that came out that year, but if I had to pick one of these, it's hands down Shadow Complex. I love this game so much. So, well,
Nice.
go ahead and go around here. Any others games from 2009 that you guys are big fans of? As I think Rinzler mentioned it, ODST came out in 2009. I love ODST.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, 2009 was a great year for games, especially like action adventure games. I mean, we got what I said,
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum, of course.
That's on my list as
incredible.
well.
Yep, Uncharted 2, as Ryan said. There was also Infamous, Prototype.
Prototype is on my list. I love that game.
Yep. Yeah, I think there were
Borderlands.
quite a few others though. They're escaping.
Was Borderlands.
right
I
now.
wasn't a huge fan of Borderlands because I played it mostly solo.
Borderlands. Yeah, I looked into Borderlands. It doesn't look like the kind of game I would enjoy. But I mean, you know,
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was
of people like
2009.
it, so it's another one.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was a popular one.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Forza Motorsport 3. That was a game I did enjoy in that year too.
I
Like the Forza
did not
Motorsport
put that on
games.
my list because I have a love-hate relationship with that game. But I spent a lot of time in that game.
Yeah.
Forza 3. So the other ones that I got on here, Modern Warfare 2. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. And we mentioned it earlier when talking about playing games, but Tom Clancy's Hawks came out in 2009. That was a lot of fun.
Also,
Trials.
Ace Combat 6.
Oh, was that also 2009?
Yep.
Okay, I had more fun with Hawks than Ace Combat 6, but they're both fun.
That's all right. You can be wrong. That's cool. I'm just kidding.
I know.
You're entitled.
But the last two I got here on my list for 2009 that I was a big fan of, Trials HD. I love the Trials series, and it was 2009 that Trials HD came out and got me in. It's the only Trials game I've 100%ed because they're very difficult.
Oh yeah, Dragon Age
The
Origins.
hard tracks, the impossible tracks are insane.
I'm really good at the Trials games. I'm not amazing, but I'm really good. And Trials Fusion, I still have not been able to pass all of the extreme tracks, but I love the Trials games.
Evolution
Origins was
really good too,
2008.
Was it?
Dragon Age Origins.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
it
seeing
was
November 2009. But
Maybe depends on where it was released.
The platform, yeah.
Might have been
Could be.
holiday.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 was also 2009. And
I've seen Ace Combat 6 released in 2007.
I said Assassin's Creed.
Right, just
Yeah.
Ryan said Ace Combat, but Assassin's Creed, yeah,
gotcha.
I did enjoy Assassin's Creed 2, but I didn't put it on my list.
And Brutal Legend. That was also
I've not
a
played that one,
2009
but I
game.
know people like it.
Yeah.
And then my last one is a little known game, and it was the first FromSoft game I ever played. And I haven't played a whole lot of FromSoft games. It's the only one that I really enjoyed, being a big fan of Ninja Gaiden.
Oh,
It was basically a Ninja Gaiden ripoff, and it was really cool. And that was Ninja Blade. Not a lot of people even remember this game existed, but it was Ninja Gaiden, but it was a lot easier than Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was way more difficult, but one of the things I will give mad props to Ninja Blade for is it had some of those ridiculous, like over the top cutscenes and QTEs I've ever seen in my life. It was so much fun. So shout out to Ninja Blade. And I remember when it booted up, it said From Software. I'm like, that's a weird name for a company. Like, from who software? What were you about
For
to say?
a second, I was thinking Fallout. For a second, I was thinking Fallout 3, but that was 2008.
Yeah, that was 2008. So those are all my favorite games from 2009. And you guys got any other games that you want to shout out from 2009?
nope. And Neo was right. Yeah, that Ace Combat thing was very wrong. I don't know why that popped up.
And you said I was wrong.
About Perfect Dark, yeah.
No.
Oh, and we came full circle. You started, dude.
Perfect Dark is a better game, but the GoldenEye is still a better game.
Wrong answer.
You haven't played it, so you don't know. So,
I don't
yeah,
have
Ariel
to know
mentioned Assassin's Creed 2. That was fun.
The chat
was
is
Borderlands?
always right, Neo.
Borderlands, not Borderlands. Was Bayonetta 2009?
I'm just glad that we got both the soundtracks for GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, man. Both
They're
are
both
just
fantastic.
great soundtracks.
I'm showing
I'm
Bayonetta was early 2010, January 2010. But that is a good game, so maybe that'll get mentioned on next episode of Party Chat. Sorry, what was that? What did you just say, Rinzler? Oh, soundtracks. Yes, the soundtracks for both are fantastic.
But I think
Oh, you're roboting.
Yeah.
GoldenEye. Stop being a robot.
Oh, I think you might have come back there at the end.
Yeah. Am I good?
I think so.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. I think it was Grant Kirkhope and Graham Norgate that the soundtrack for 007. I think also.
I don't know
Perfect
that
Dark.
second name, but I do know the name Grant
Yeah.
Kirkhope, and I do know that he was involved with GoldenEye, and I'm pretty sure he also did soundtrack
Yeah.
for Perfect Dark, which is why they're both fantastic.
Right. And Donkey Kong 64, I believe. All those rare games, man, with those great soundtracks.
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that because the next episode of Top 5 is Top 5 Rare Games. So we don't have anyone that has said they want to join us for that one yet. So if anyone wants to be on the panel, rank the Top 5 Rare Games. Ryan, you want to be on that one? It's not a Tuesday.
Nice.
We had to move it to Thursday night. So
That's fine.
okay. All right.
I see Ariel is bringing up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. That did come out in 2009, but I wouldn't really want to talk about it because I don't like that one as much. I think the first
okay.
game is the best. By
Well,
far.
that's not. Come on now. What do you like about it?
What?
What do you like
I
about it?
said I don't like Ultimate Alliance 2 that much.
I think you're saying, what do you like about Ultimate Alliance 1? Is that what you're asking? Ryan?
Did you play 1 or 2?
I played 1 and 2.
But he
Okay.
likes 1 better.
So
Yeah.
what do you like about 2? Before
Say
Yeah,
something nice about Marvel
yeah,
Alliance 2?
pretty
Oh,
much.
are you just saying say something nice about 2? I think the graphics are a little bit prettier.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Engage with the chat, sir.
but yeah, Ariel.
Hey, I'm the one who read her chat.
He's talking
Or-
to me.
Or Ariel will haunt your dreams forever.
Because Neo loved it so much, he put a ring on it. Yeah, I would put a ring on Joanna Dark. She was hot. She was my first video game crush.
I thought you were gonna put a ring on Ariel.
I don't know her yet. Maybe.
Oh, she's welcome to haunt me. I'm single.
Oh no, Ariel.
I
Go
do know
nuts.
that Ariel and I are in the same state, so there's that.
I didn't know she was in California.
According to what she said she was in chat on one of my streams last week. It sounded like that. I don't know if she was visiting or that's where she lives, but she said she was in California. So, she said Juggernaut was playable in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. So, yeah, Bayonetta would qualify for next Party Chat when we do 2010. So.
Just for the record, if y'all get married, I get to be the best man because I brought you two together. She was. A couple of check marks. What the fuck does that mean, woman?
So I watched the cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, Marvel Rivals. Devastator's playing Marvel Rivals. Nice. Okay, she does live in California, not just visiting.
Yeah.
You didn't know? Oh, I knew that before you did. Interesting.
Well, you guys should talk to each other.
So
I support this, by the way. Oh, there's cheers. Look.
So. All right.
Awkward now.
Shame on you.
I'm open to potential. We'll see. But anyways, with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight's episode of Party Chat. So Rinzler, thanks for hanging in through all the technical difficulties. I appreciate you coming on.
Man. Sorry
Had a
about
great
that.
time
Thanks for
chatting
having
with
me.
you, and hope you
Likewise.
enjoyed it despite the troubles.
Oh, it was great, man. Thanks for having me.
So-
Always a pleasure. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. So I know you don't really have a channel, but is there anything that you want to plug or shout out here before we go?
Just Salty Nerd Discord and also Pod 3 Productions. I think they're still making videos. That's just Farsi and Clan Duran. They do a discussion usually once a week, and just another cool channel to check out.
Yeah, so go check out the Salty Nerd Podcast, especially if you're into Helldivers. They got a huge Helldivers community over there, and they're good dudes. So I'm good friends with Vader and Alex, and it was fun. I think Rinzler and I got connected when I was in the Salty Nerd Podcast studio for Party Chat in Vegas.
I think
and
so.
He happened to tune in, so we connected then. So thanks to them that we know each other.
That's right.
All right. We'll go ahead and move on here to Knightmare.
You were reading the chat, weren't you?
I am reading the chat.
Yeah. See, now I'm seeing some crazy, and I'm like, I do kind of like crazy. But anyway,
She's full of shit. Shut the fuck up. You're full of shit. Woman, you know what? You know what? This next year, I will go to Vegas and I will meet you and Neo there, and we're gonna hook you two up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't fucking tempt me, woman.
So, Knightmare, what do you got going on?
Okay. Well,
He's not 6'1".
I am
6 foot. Okay.
Oh, she is 6
No.
foot.
Well, I like redheads.
That's not bad in my book.
Now I'm just picturing like a really tall Mary Jane Watson. So, sounds good to me. But anyway, that derailed fast.
So I got the links to everyone's channel here in the stream description as well, but dropping it in chat. So go to Knightmare sub.
Yeah,
what do you got going on?
Yeah, so I usually stream Thursday afternoons, 3 p.m. Eastern time. YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and Twitter, X. YouTube's where most people are. I also post clips of the streams most weekdays, just depending on how much stuff there's to clip and so on. So yeah, come by. It's usually a fun time. I usually talk about random crap, and then toward the end we try to save an hour or two to play a game. Usually never as much time to play the game as I'd like, but I think the topics are probably more fun anyway.
And you get paraded by the chat like, hey, why aren't you playing your game yet?
Yeah, there's always someone.
So always good to have you on, Knightmare. And as mentioned earlier, we're working on stuff behind the scenes, and we can't wait to announce it to the world, but it'll still be a little while. But I think you're all gonna like it. The content creators are all gonna really enjoy what we're working on. So Ryan, what do you got that you want to let people know what you're doing?
Well, I want everybody to remember that I brought Ariel here, so I am responsible for all of it.
He's
And
responsible.
Quite frankly, I shoulder that. And I will watch Neo and Knightmare fight over Ariel, who is not 6'1" redhead, because that's bullshit.
Do you know what Ariel looks like?
No, I don't, but
Oh.
she's not 6'1". So, quite frankly, it's 6'4". Anyway, long story short, I don't know.
Can't believe I shaved my dick for this.
That's a clip he uses on his stream all the time.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
Dave-
what? I
Dave Lang,
didn't.
that was hilarious.
I didn't shave my dick for this, but apparently Knightmare did. And you know what? Tomorrow, maybe I should shave my dick for. So anyway, all right. That's the joke's dead. I don't know what to say. I got like really off track. So tomorrow I'm probably
Shocker.
going to be I think I might actually try to beat that level on Ace Combat 7.
Ooh,
Do
Top
Top
Gun
Gun.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Top Gun Tuesday on a Wednesday
Nice.
before, and I don't know if Holly and I are going to be playing zombies or anything like that. I have not messaged her. I will do that. But I will be, because Ryan Roger Athay's channel on Rumble, given the lovely state of the UK and how psycho they are, he had to shut his Rumble channel down. So he is
Even
starting
his
to kind of,
Rumble account.
yeah, he had to shut it down because
WTF?
you can't actually you can't say certain things in the UK without having problems.
That's
So
insane.
and so basically he started a network of creators, and if you have been on his channel before, maybe give him a shout and say, hey, I would love to be on the network, because the three shows that is doing has done, he has networked out to other creators on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I was on stream with someone. I think when I was on Belzahub on Friday night, I think someone was on there that was talking about like they're doing it in place of him.
I'm trying to think who. Well,
Let me go see who was on the panel that night. So give me just a second, but go ahead and continue.
so yeah. Anyway, long story short, yeah, it's one of those things that the UK is a mess, and quite frankly, it's just people don't have free speech over there. And what's up, Dutch?
Hey, Dutch is here. We were just talking about the Salty Nerd podcast just a minute ago because Rinzler was
What's
shouting you
up,
guys
Dutch?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Um.
Good to see you, man.
So anyway, you know what? Sub to Nerdy Neo, he's a good dude, and he was on my friend Devil's channel. Beelzebub, but he runs the pub, and
I think it was Samuel the Infamous.
Samuel's definitely. Well, a lot of them have actually interacted with. Well, pretty much all of them have interacted with a certain Ryan Roger Athay. So
Or it might have been Abe. It was one of those two.
I don't know if Abe has been on. Not at least while I've been on.
Okay.
So I know that's anyway. Yeah, so anyway, the network is going forward. It's going to be three different creators who still have YouTube channels, and Ryan Roger is going to be kind of like producer role. And it's just because, quite frankly, this garbage of deplatforming people, because Alyssa Mercante is a giant raging bint, and she has flagged multiple channels, and she is just trying to destroy anybody who has spoke out against her. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. So I will be on Noise Pollution's channel, so I will just watch for that link on my Twitter. It is LG2076 News, and we're trying to circumvent the fact that somebody who brought a lot of people together. It was a lot of fun. People from this side of it, video games and pop culture side, Samuel the Infamous and Devil and all that kind of stuff. And it's just dude, his channel was nuked from YouTube, and there was no explanation. And it's been 3 months, 4 months. And he even appealed to YouTube. They're like, "Oh, well, you were taken down for community guideline strikes." And he's like, "Well, what specifically? Can I do something different?" They're like, "No."
Yeah, it's criminal what they're allowed to get away with. They just
Yeah.
get rid of
Sounds
people
like what
that they
happened to
don't like
Purists.
and make up. Yeah, exactly. Same thing happened to
Yeah.
Star Wars Marvel Purist. Who's been on here a couple times. Not on Party Chat, but he's been on top 5 once or twice. So
You know what? Maybe I should actually just share the link. Quite frankly.
yeah, if you want to put it in the private chat, then I'll drop
Yeah.
it in the.
I'll do that. Just because it's getting to the point that it's just nonsense.
It's
I don't know.
ridiculous what's going on. So, Yeah, so go ahead and get that to me, and I'll drop it in the chat. But as for myself, I am doing something tomorrow night. I just don't know if we're doing it live or pre-recorded or whatnot. But has to do with doing some retro achievements related stuff with Jay Bongo, who was in chat earlier tonight, I believe. Yeah, he was in chat earlier tonight. So I'm just not sure if we're doing that live or not. But the next thing that I absolutely is live. Okay, bye, Ryan.
What the hell was that? What happened?
I don't know. You clicked the wrong button?
No.
I didn't do anything.
I went to Twitter. That was weird. Hold on. Maybe it was a camera. I don't know.
Ryan, you are not helping your I am not an old person reputation right now.
I'm really.
You're playing.
Just earlier, he was telling us
angry
how much he loves
Canadian
creamed corn.
calling you a boomer.
I like. You know what? You mother. Just kidding.
So, but anyways, next thing I will be doing for sure is on Thursday night, Dude and I are doing our next episode of Achievement Chasers, and we will be covering our achievement hunting over the course of August. And then finally, after getting rescheduled like 3 or 4 times, we should be doing Legacy Loading over on Carl's channel on Sunday night, talking about the Mega Man franchise. And then I'll be back with more Metroidvania Monday on Monday, and we'll be starting Other M since I just finished Prime 3 last night. And then the other thing to mention is Top 5 Rare Games next Thursday, the 11th. So sounds like Ryan wants to be on that one. If anyone else wants to join us, let me know. And I've tried to keep it to 4 now, but sometimes we'll go to 5 if need be. But if anyone else wants to join us for Top 5 Rare Games, that's Rare like the publisher / developer, not Rare as in hard to find games, let me know, and we'll make that happen. So you find that link you wanted to. Oh, yep, there it is. All right. So Ryan found the link. So here is, let's see here, the YouTube channel. So go give this channel a follow. I'm going to go do that myself as well. Noise pollution. So, but yeah, that will do it for tonight. So thank you everyone on the panel for joining me for another episode of Party Chat. Thanks for everyone in chat for hanging out with us as we talk about pointless video game stuff. That's a lot of fun to talk about. So, but that will do it for now. Next episode of Party Chat will be in 2 weeks on the 16th. So we'll see you Thursday for Achievement Chasers, but Party Chat in 2 weeks. So have a good night, everyone. We will see you next time. And as always, in the meantime, game on.
See ya.